Are you dealing with a personal injury? Don't go it alone. Turn to the experienced team at Phillips Law Firm. Their attorneys have helped thousands of clients get the compensation they deserve. Call Phillips Law Firm now. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com. Looking to give the gift of pleasure? Add a little high heat to keep the desire burning. Or maybe you just need a little self-care. Come to Lovers for the best lingerie and toys to keep things hot this holiday. Save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow Rewards. Just mention LOVE20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow Rewards membership until November 30th. Some exclusions apply.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Of course, if you were watching Monday Night Football, it was a great time with Joe and Troy.
So much fun. One of the most fun Monday nights I've had in a long time.
Yeah. Of course, now there's another cast, a Manning cast that goes on. Now, I didn't watch that. I was watching Joe and Troy, so I didn't know the frivolity going on over there.
You know, I've never watched an episode of the Manning cast. All I know from them, though, is all the clips that they put on social media, which I feel like I get a good glimpse into what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, do I want to watch it while the game's going on? Like, I'm like you. It's sort of like, let me watch what they've done after the game.
Honestly, I think I would watch it if it was a game I didn't care about.
Yeah, good call.
You know what I mean? I don't want to watch it during the Seahawks game because I do want to hear everything that's going on. But if I'm watching, like, the Browns take on the Packers or something random like that, I just be like, you know what? I'm cool with listening to Eli and Peyton be fools.
Yeah, all right.
And I mean that in a loving way, of course.
Of course. Well, last night they had one of the best fools ever, Will Ferrell. They joined him last night during the Manning cast. And Peyton asked him to rate Eli's earlier delivery of Will's famous line from Wedding Crashers. And if you don't remember the line, it's Will doing the meatloaf line in Wedding Crashers.
You know what? I will have some meatloaf. Let's have some meatloaf. You want some? Yes. Hey, Mom! The meatloaf! We want it now! The meatloaf! Ma, the meatloaf!
I always forget that was from that movie.
Oh, so classic.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
So was that remember when John Clayton was doing that ESPN, may rest in peace, of course, but like, the ESPN spoof where he was like, hey, I'm listening to Slayer. He's like, Mom, he said something about like getting some food. I wonder if it was like loosely based off of that.
Oh, wow. That's a good call. I don't know which came first. Yeah, you might be right.
I feel like Wedding Crashers definitely. Oh, man.
2005 was Wedding Crashers.
Yeah, and I feel like that John Clayton commercial wasn't that long ago.
Okay, so you may be right then. He may have been spoofing Wedding Crashers too.
Like a loosely based spoof.
Yeah. I remember that one with the Slayer and all that.
That
was really cool with John Clayton. So that was the original that you just heard. And now here they are rating Eli Manning's attempt at doing that same line.
Meatloaf! Meatloaf! On a scale of 1 to 10, is Eli's Will Ferrell impression a 1 or a 2?
I'll say like a 1.1.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah. You rushed it a little bit.
I gotta yell at my mom.
There's some rage behind it. This guy had some rage, so it was more like,
number 84.
Ma, meatloaf!
10-yard penalty. First down.
It's like, I got to hear the
meatloaf!
But a little more growl. Ma, meatloaf!
Mom! Meatloaf!
Why did you drag it up? Ma! Why'd you drag it out like that? Just bark
it's like a southern drawl thing. It's a southern drawl,
meatloaf!
My mom's starting to come down here. She's freaking out. She doesn't know what's going on.
Now I'm picturing him in the basement of his own parents' house. But this had to be done like towards like the third quarter when the game was pretty much over.
I'm hoping so, because that I don't know if I would be happy or irritated. But again, like you said, if you care about the game, maybe you just don't watch the Manning cast in the first place.
Right. Yeah. If you have any kind of interest in what's going on, you probably don't want to listen to them doing meatloaf impersonations.
Yeah. Though I do remember there was a point where Troy Aikman looked at the screen as well as Joe Bucko, and I hope you guys are still here because it was a very lopsided game, and if you didn't care, you were probably like, this is a mess.
Well, and on the bright side for all the Giants fans, they got home earlier than they expected.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, man, oh man.
Yeah.
I love the aerial footage of everybody leaving the stadium, and then the traffic would still like 12 minutes left in the game that was outside of MetLife Stadium.
Yeah, you can't. Gosh, when you feel like you are, could complain about something, which I do every time the Hawks play, I get a little negative. But man, nothing compared to what the Giants have had to go through this season. It's just been a horrible season for them.
All I know is, and I hope they never have to not play at Lumen Field, but if there's ever a time where like there's construction going on at Lumen Field or something's happening, I feel like the Seahawks need to just play their home games at MetLife Stadium because I believe they're undefeated.
They are.
Since that stadium's been built. I think they're like 6-0, including a Super Bowl victory.
That stadium's been good to them.
It's been very good.
Very, very good to them. Oh, and they did a great job showing all the dejected Giants fans. And, boy, we know how that feels with a lot of other sports that we have around here. But, it's just miserable.
Oh, the bald guy. I sent a picture. I took a picture off of my TV of the bald guy that was just kind of like rubbing his head. I don't know if you saw that guy.
The bald guy rubbing his head was awesome.
I sent it to Danny because I kept watching the live video of it.
Just like,
of him just being like, I give up.
Yeah.
He had the look on his face. He's like, I think I left the oven on at the house. Oh, crap.
Yeah. He's like, I wish I had some hair to run my fingers through with frustration, but I'll take what I can get.
Oh, man, that was a whole, like, serious. And then at the end of the game, I felt like they were showing more of the fans looking sad and the players on the Giants bench looking sad than the actual game.
Yeah. And I've never seen, and Pete Carroll looked like he was doing handstands getting back to the podium to say how excited he was for the win.
I think he played quarterback for a second, too.
Yeah. Oh, man. He
had a Drew Lock jersey on, I believe.
Yeah. Oh, man. We'll talk to Mitch Levy. What time are we doing that?
No, 7:47.
7:47. We'll talk to Mitch Levy of Mitch Unfiltered to see if there's anything we shouldn't be happy about. Well, I mean, there's one thing. We'll talk about that later, just because almost we predicted it yesterday. Two guys, though, we got to tell you about these two guys who were arrested because they just couldn't stay away from Walmart. Yep, they couldn't stay away from the dub. Steve will tell you. He's got the Migs report for you at 6:17. On The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. Ever notice how feline family members take a back seat to dogs by most pet insurance companies? Yeah, that chafes me. Cats have feelings too, and it's just wrong. But hold your horses. I got some good news here. FelixCatInsurance.com is doing something about it. And they call it whisker-to-tail protection. Because, look, our cats don't actually have 9 lives, and accidents and things can happen anytime. Felix Cat Insurance has plan options for cats of all ages, and it covers accidents, illnesses, emergency care, and more. Best part? Plans start at under $1 per day. Customizable coverage exclusively for felines. FelixCatInsurance.com. No dogs allowed. Well, hold up. This ain't over yet. Roll that legal stuff.
Insurance is underwritten by Independence American Insurance Company and produced by Independence Pet Group. Pre-existing conditions are not covered. For all terms and limitations, visit FelixCatInsurance.com/terms.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. If you didn't catch the big news yesterday, Foo Fighters, man, coming to T-Mobile Park on Sunday, August 18th.
Yes, that's
next
a great show.
Next year.
So you got some time to save up.
Little time. You could save up, yes, or if you're lucky, you could win tickets. How do you do that? Well, just listen all week between 6 a.m. and 10 p.m. to get the code word. Then when you get that code word, text it to 206-803-ROCK. That's how you get chances to win those tickets to the show. Foo Fighters, T-Mobile Park, next August. So the next code word, 8:47 this morning. That's pretty good.
Mark it in your phone.
8:47 is the next code word for you to have a shot at Foo Fighters tickets. All the info at KISW.com.
If you're hearing an informative newscast right now, well, then you must not be listening to BJ and Migs. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Migs Report.
Well, thanks, guys. Thanks to Palace Law for giving us the Migs Report. Today's your day to enjoy yourself a soft taco. It's National Soft Taco Day.
I like a soft taco.
Maybe you enjoy one with your new boyfriend. It's National Boyfriend Day. No pressure, Vicky.
Thank you.
Well, very important.
Yes.
The tacos must be soft.
But the boyfriend?
Yeah, no.
Maybe not.
Okay. And also today, odd day, October 3rd, but it will forever be known as Mean Girls Appreciation Day. Yeah. Do you remember the movie Mean Girls?
Oh, yeah.
There's a big scene in the movie where who was it, Lindsay Lohan? Yeah. Is trying to impress some guy, and so she's talking to him at school, and the day that he talked to her happened to be today.
On October 3rd, he asked me what day it was.
It's October 3rd.
2 weeks later, we spoke again.
It's raining.
Yeah.
So for this day,
Yeah.
since everybody celebrates it as Mean Girls Appreciation Day, so maybe just, be a jerk to somebody. Make a scrapbook of mean things about people. I don't know. Today's that day.
Okay. Today's also another special day.
What day is that?
It's somebody in this room's having a birthday.
That's what I hear.
Yeah. Oh, you hear that?
Honestly, I forgot until I woke up this morning and there was a balloon in my car that said happy birthday in it.
Oh, that's cute.
I was like, who broke into my garage and put a balloon?
I know. Yeah, actually, that is a thing where, that has happened before.
Every morning I wake up and I open that garage door and I hope the vehicle's in there. Like, that's my life now.
Yeah.
I hope my vehicle and my Nikes are in there.
Yeah. Well, now you got a balloon.
I did. It was a nice little surprise from the Wifeski.
Yeah.
I'm such a sucker for those kind of... What did you think? It was actual criminals came in and...
No, I thought it was a Strawberry Lemonhead, whatever his name is, the new dog.
That's how DJ Strawberry Head.
Yes, I thought he was, or she was already celebrating you.
Yeah, no. I'm such a sucker. The balloon got me all in the feels because I'm like, oh, that's part Tatum.
Yeah.
And then I got a text message from the wife this morning, and Tatum loves those, what are they, Memojis? The animated Bitmoji kind of thing. So she has, it was the unicorn one, just repeatedly sticking its tongue out, wishing me a happy birthday.
Oh.
It's the little things, man.
It is
You
a
really
little
don't have to buy me anything. You just have to send me an emoji that is animated, and I'm a happy man.
That's where you and I differ.
You want things to be purchased for
Buy things for me, yes. If there's only a balloon on my birthday, guess who's getting disinherited?
It's so funny. My wife's like, what do you want to have for dinner tonight? I'm like, do I have a choice? Because today's Tuesday after ballet, it's always Chipotle day.
Oh, I thought you were going to go really extreme and go steak.
That would be funny.
Just to have her go, what?
A side of beef, please.
That could be like my Romspringer. Once a year, I just go balls out with beef and dairy.
Yeah, that's right. It's my birth springer.
Yeah, birth springer. Give me the steak.
Yeah. Well, happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That's very nice of you. And thanks to all the people who have been texting and sending messages. I hope to keep up on it, but now with a little puppy and a toddler, there's a very good chance I won't be responding to anyone today.
Oh, that's right. So Danny will in your stead. Danny can say thank you for all the well wishes.
I don't know if I want to give him access to my social media pages.
Don't worry, he'll be fine.
Oh, I've seen what he's done with your daughters.
That's why I'm saying, don't worry, he'll be fine.
All right, let's talk about a couple of idiots. And I have to apologize to you, BJ, when I gave you the information about this story. I just assumed, when you teased it, that it was two dudes. Because only, in my opinion, dudes would do something so stupid.
Yeah.
But it turns out it's two ladies.
Oh, what?
And, these two ladies live in Florida. One's name is Keisha, and the other one's Kiera. So Keisha and Kiera, no relation, but they're idiots. That's their relation. They robbed an old lady at a Walmart, like a little bit north of Tampa. And one of them, I guess, distracted her while the other one stole her wallet. And then they used her wallet and grabbed her credit cards and spent more than $2,000 worth of stuff at Walmart. You're like, okay, they might have gotten away with it, but for some reason, the next day, they needed to go back to that very Walmart. And while they were there, the cops were there investigating the robbery and then recognized those are the two morons that robbed the old lady. They're just right here at our Walmart. How about arrest them right now?
Wow.
So the cops go up to them, and Keisha, she blasted one of the cops with a can of pepper spray, because that's smart, as they try to arrest her. She also tried to spray another cop, but missed his face and hit his arm. She then surrendered when they pulled out a taser. And then Walmart security were able to get the other woman into custody as well. And, of course, they're in a lot of trouble.
Damn, dude, that cop got pepper sprayed.
That
Jesus.
sucks.
And it's amazing how people just have no fear at all from the cops, so they just do stuff like that. I would.
How did you think it was going to end up? Like, when they're coming at you, like, I'm going to pepper spray him. There's not going to be another cop that could grab me while that's happening.
Yeah, this isn't good.
Oh. Yeah. Also, why are you going back to the very place that you robbed a woman?
Yeah, they don't seem to be too bright.
Unless there's no other, like, maybe you don't have a Fred Meyer nearby and Walmart's their only option.
Oh, you're right. That could be the only store.
And they needed to get some groceries.
Yeah. They won't recognize us.
Then you got another idiot. I mean, I think this guy's like, hey, hold my beer here. I'm even dumber than those two ladies. He's also in Florida. He's a drug dealer. And he got arrested because, well, he called the cops to let them know that a customer stole $10 from him. Yes, a customer that was buying drugs from him illegally took $10 from him. I don't think this guy really put two and two together that was a dumb thing to do. The cops show up. They notice, oh, you got a bunch of weed, which is still illegal to sell in Florida, unless you're medical marijuana, which it wasn't the case. Also, they noticed that he had 2 small bags of cocaine on him.
Oh, is that legal?
And yes, he got arrested.
Now, I know it's always a little sketchy about marijuana. You can get confused, but I think cocaine's always illegal, right?
Here's the funny part. Like, this isn't the first time that he's been arrested for this. I guess last month he also got in trouble because he brought drugs into a courthouse.
Oh,
He was going into the courthouse. You know, you have to go through, like, the metal detector, so, like, empty your pockets, put it in, like, this tray. He empties his pockets, and he has 7 Ziploc bags of weed.
How is he not in jail?
Well, now he is, BJ.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
Prior to that, it makes me feel like, you know what? If I ever do something illegal, I think I'll probably get one free shot of not having to go to jail.
Unfreaking real.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about something that was unreal last night. Monday Night Football. On the main stage, you got the Seattle Seahawks taking on the New York Giants. It's happening in New York. How will they do? Well, to quote the great J.P. Crawford, let's go! And that's exactly what the Seahawks did. Oh, man, they showed up. The defense showed up. Look, I get it. It's against the Giants. But there have been many instances where we play a team, and you're like, this should be the game where the defense just dominates, and they don't. And they give up like 30 points. In this situation, they dominated. They had 11 sacks. I felt bad. I think, oh, crap. Okay, you got sacked again, Daniel Jones.
Oh, yeah. Look at him. Jeez, sorry about that, buddy. We're not even playing. You're getting sacked.
Oh, man, he looked like he was just like, I mean, he's like, who do I have as my offensive line? His coach is also yelling at him. His coach is throwing his Surface, his tablet.
Yeah.
Everything is just falling to hell. He also threw 2 interceptions. One was a pick 6. Yeah, the team only got 3 points, so the defense stopped them for 3 points allowed. 4 different players on the Seahawks had multiple sacks.
Yeah.
Man, but I got to say something. It was once the Legion of Boom. It's now the Legion of Spoon. Devin Witherspoon, baby.
I'm telling you, I'm liking it. I'm liking the sound of that.
What a great pickup. I mean, I know a lot of people, I think all of us were scratching our head. Why didn't you go with that great, was it that Carter kid? And you ended up going with Witherspoon with your first pick in the draft. And it's paying off big time already. And he's just a rookie, and he just brings a certain energy out there. He has definitely a lot of confidence, and he just looks like a rocket every time he's going at a player. It's amazing to watch.
It really is. And he's only 5'10", so I can see why people are like, what are you doing with this guy? And yet,
wow, man, he had 2 sacks, 7 tackles, and also he had this.
This was hit. Back the other way, Witherspoon. Devin Witherspoon cuts back. What a night for the rookie. You think they love him in Seattle?
Yes.
How about 6 points? Touchdown Witherspoon, no flags.
No flags. I feel like that's like a great statement right there.
I'm telling you, man, Witherspoon was the star.
Especially as we talk about flags. There was at one point I felt like our offense was just going to try and take a bunch of penalties until we left the game.
Yeah, that
was very frustrating.
That first half again, boy, we were just.
But Pete always says, if you don't win games in the first, second, third quarter, you win them. Man, that second half for the Seahawks was phenomenal. And here's Pete Carroll though talking about Devin Witherspoon and just like how someone asked him, "Are you surprised by how great he's been playing already in his rookie season?" And Pete's like, "No, not at all."
I've never thought he wouldn't play like this. This is why we took him, to be active and to show that he gets this game of football and it comes easy to him, and he's an explosive, dynamic player. And he did a great job again tonight, and you can see why we like him there.
Yeah, I think all of us like him there. It's pretty awesome. And in fact, Devin Witherspoon, he talked with, I think, with Scott Van Pelt after the game. And I do love this moment. It's just you could tell he's having a blast. And even Scott Van Pelt was like, "Are you having fun out there?"
Did you have as much fun as I have to believe you had? This is a moment, isn't it?
Damn right I did. Damn right.
Well,
damn right he did, BJ. Damn right. Spoon.
He's very charismatic, and boy, can he play. And Pete's right, man. You got to take out your hat? You just got to take your hat off to these guys on draft day. How did they know he'd be so easy to just slide in and understand the NFL? He did things that he'd never done in college last night.
It's unreal to watch that kid. Yeah, you're absolutely right. He just looks fantastic out there. And honestly, though, it felt like it also was inspiring everybody else out there on the defense, because there were a few different plays that happened. I'm like, look at him again. It just looked like his style of play, and it was like another dude from the Seahawks that was just having that same kind of energy. And I mean, it sucks to bring this up, but I almost felt like setting the tone was Jamal Adams at first. He looked great. And man, I know we joked about it. It was a heartbreaker to see. He got concussed in the game.
Yeah.
But man, the first couple plays where he was out there, he looked like, oh boy, here we go. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch Jamal Adams. And then once again, injury. Hopefully he's not gone for a while. I mean, what a great time to have a bye week next week.
Yeah.
They're going to have the week off. Rest a lot of the players. I mean, including Geno Smith. A little bit of a scare with Geno Smith with his knee. But then Drew Lock comes out. and also shows up, and he played great for a little bit of time, but still, it was great to see him and his Russell Wilson trade mate, and I don't know if that's what they call each other, but Noah Fant with that great play. That happened.
Yeah. It was all looking good last night, man. You're right. It was like, damn.
That was a lot of fun to watch.
And the Giants, they are not good.
Yeah. Even the coach, I think he said, I'd say we've got to do better. And I think I think it was like, they showed like the crowd was like leaving with like 11 minutes left in the game. It was not good.
Yeah, the big thing that I think was interesting, and you got to give the coaches credit because, they kept bringing up the fact that Seattle's got a banged up offensive line too.
Yeah.
And somehow, some way, the coaching staff has figured out a way to have the offense be productive and not have what happened happen to Geno, which is what happened all day long to Jones.
Yeah, dude, it was a fun one to watch. Especially that second half was a lot of fun to watch. That first half was a little frustrating.
Yeah, but they figured it out,
yep.
And man, yeah, those poor Giant fans, man. Oh.
I know, but it was very entertaining to watch.
Oh, it was
the
the
look
best.
of frustration. I feel like you could have done a whole play "Everybody Hurts" by REM and just show a montage of all those fans from last night.
Or when they showed Jones just sitting on the sideline,
Yeah.
I was like, they just stood on him for like a good few seconds, and I was like, I think he's just going to start crying.
Well, I think they were waiting for him to have a full-on meltdown.
I think
and even the announcers I brought up, they're like, testament to Jones. Great, he's getting paid a lot, so he should be able to keep his composure. But, still, he's getting sacked and sacked and sacked, and he's just being worked.
Yeah.
And he has no, really, it felt like he was alone on an island at times out there with how the Seahawks defense were playing and how his offensive line wasn't playing. And he just kind of took his helmet off, looked dejected, and sat down. Man, I'd be throwing my helmet at my teammates.
Yep,
I'd be a terrible quarterback.
Yeah, he was beyond anger. He was just like, you know what, I'm at acceptance. He's at the stages of grief. He's like, I'm accepting that we're just horrible.
And then he's got his coach yelling at him. I love the one part where he gives up an interception. I think it was the one against Witherspoon. His coach is just in his ear, and he just keeps walking. He's like, I don't even want to hear you, man. I got to get back out there in a couple of seconds because, here we are.
Yeah, I feel like if the coach is in your ear, it's like, dude, do you understand I'm running for my life? Seriously. You're going to give me grief over the fact that I have a half a second to do, and I'm down. You know what? I just got sacked having this conversation with you.
Dude, it felt that way. I felt bad. Kraken preseason game, of course, but they lost 4-1 to the Oilers.
That's it. I'm out.
Gave up 3 goals in the third, including an empty netter. Son of a bitch. But the things that I look for are just things to get excited about. Certain players. Burakovsky playing. That's a great sign.
Very exciting.
So I was happy to see that. And Kyle Yamamoto, that's the kid that's from Spokane that they picked up in the offseason. He had a goal. I feel like that kid is going to be bringing a lot of energy and he's going to be great for the team. There's something about that dude, and I think that we're going to look back on that pickup, and he's been playing great in the preseason. So again, it's preseason, but still,
that's all right. I like positivity.
You're looking for the bright spots, that's for sure. Weather 62 degrees. It's going to be cloudy today. Thanks to Beacon Plumbing, Heating, Electrical, Septic, and Mechanical for giving us the Migs report, and that's what's up.
Yesterday, Steve, go Hawks, baby. Sorry, Russ. Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one wrong.
With the name and the title of a popular 2004 movie, what was the first fast food restaurant in the United States?
Wow. What the hell?
Good
what
question.
Was the question again?
With the name and the title of a popular 2004 movie, what was the first fast food restaurant in the United States?
McDonald's?
No.
Big Mac?
No. What?
Big Mac.
No.
Burger chain?
No.
No, sir. It was White Castle. Yep. Harold and Kumar.
Yep.
Almost 20 years old, that movie. Do you feel old?
I do.
You want a shot at beating Steve? 206-803-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs at 647 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. What's the difference between filing for bankruptcy and credit counseling?
Credit counseling is a useful process in some circumstances, but it does show up on your credit. In fact, from a credit scoring standpoint, credit counseling shows up just like a bankruptcy, so it's going to affect your credit as negatively as filing bankruptcy. In credit counseling, the idea is that a credit counselor works with your creditors on your behalf to try to lower interest rates or work out payment plans with your creditors to pay back your debt over time. In credit counseling, you almost always pay back 100% of the debt, sometimes at lower interest. And of course, some creditors will participate in that process and some won't. So you're usually left with kind of a mixed result with credit counseling and, of course, a high payment.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
This holiday season, make your journey memorable with Travel Centers of America, where our motto is simple: return every traveler to the road better than they came. Avoid any hassle and stop at our one-stop shop for all your holiday travel needs. Fuel up, indulge in delicious snacks, and dine at one of our full-service restaurants. Hit the road with peace of mind knowing we've got you covered. For more info, go to ta-petro.com. Travel Centers of America, your road to happy travels.
From the very beginning, your kids mean everything to you. That means you'd do anything for them, especially if they're at risk. So when it comes to type 1 diabetes, screen it like you mean it. Because even if just one person in the family has it, your child is up to 15 times more likely to get it too. Screen it like you mean it. Because type 1 diabetes can develop at any age. And once you get results, you can get prepared for your child's future. So screen it like you mean it. Type 1 starts long before there are symptoms. But one blood test could help you spot it early, before they need insulin, and could lower the risk of serious complications like diabetic ketoacidosis or DKA. Talk to your doctor about how to screen for type 1 diabetes. Because the more you know, the more you can do. So don't wait. Tap now or visit screenfortype1.com to learn more. Again, that's screenfortype1.com. Screen it like you mean it.
Some companies are big, others are small. To Robert Half, their hiring needs are equally huge. At Robert Half, our specialized recruiting professionals elevate their expertise with proprietary AI tools to transform candidate discovery, assessment, and selection. Whether sourcing talent locally or in any geography that works for you, Robert Half can pinpoint hard-to-find candidates in finance and accounting, technology, marketing and creative, legal, and administrative and customer support. At Robert Half, we know talent.
Transit is better with an Orca card. Here's why. 1, it's easy. Just tap and pay your way onto Metro and all other public transit around the Sound. 2, your tap shows us when and where you're riding the most, so Metro can serve you better. And 3, Orca cards are for everyone. 18 and younger now ride free with a free youth Orca card. So what are you waiting for? Get an Orca card, tap for transit, and make your ride count today. Visit kingcounty.gov/tap for transit.
Have you been in an accident that wasn't your fault? Feeling overwhelmed and unsure what to do next? Look no further. The personal injury attorneys at Phillips Law Firm are here to help. Phillips Law Firm understands that accidents can turn your life upside down. That's why they're dedicated to fighting for the compensation you deserve and to making the process as stress-free as possible. Don't wait any longer. Call now, 1-800-JUSTICE, or visit justiceforyou.com.
Looking to give the gift of pleasure? Add a little high heat to keep the desire burning. Or maybe you just need a little self-care. Come to Lovers for the best lingerie and toys to keep things hot this holiday. Save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow Rewards. Just mention LOVE20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow Rewards membership until November 30th. Some exclusions apply.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle, on Friday, November 17th, 7 o'clock. And that's 7 p.m. Live Day goes to prom night.
You have to say p.m. because in past years we were there at 6 in the morning and asking the Rockaholics to show up, and they always did, man. We would always pack out the place that early, and it was insane to see. But so many people would be like, hey, I can't come at 6 in the morning. But if you did it at night, I'd be there. And now you better be there.
No missing work. Great way to start the weekend. Yeah, Friday, November 17th, 7 p.m. Join us all. We're going to be at Snoqualmie Casino. We will be live, like Steve said. Sound effects, music, special guests. Just like every live day, all live and all broadcast on KISW. And this year's theme, prom night. So we're getting dressed up. We hope you do, too. You want to come see Live Day Goes to Prom Night? Get your tickets now at snocasino.com.
Let's play B Migs.
It's time to play the game. So everybody scream
to beat Migs. I know Lance from Grandma's. Lance, are you there?
I am here.
All right, Steve, now get out.
Goodbye.
For those playing at home, Lance has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Who played Kylo Ren in the Star Wars movies?
Adam Driver.
Yes. If you have 4 dozen cookies, how many total cookies do you have?
48.
Yes. The hashtag frequently used on the internet, WCW, stands for what?
Pass.
How many children do Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively have together?
2.
No.
3.
No.
1.
No. What rock band had the Las Vegas residency called Deuces Are Wild?
Deuces Are Wild. Jesus. Pass. I don't know.
A shepherd's pie is typically topped with what?
Say it again. A shepherd's pie? Mashed potatoes.
Yes. In which Disney movie is an orphan baby found and raised by a gorilla?
The Jungle Book.
No.
A gorilla. Jeez. Oh, Tarzan.
Yes. What letter is between the G and the J on a standard computer keyboard?
An H.
Yes. Bon Jovi had the earliest 90 album titled Keep the What?
What'd you say? Can you repeat it? I'm sorry.
Bon Jovi had the early 90s album titled Keep the What?
Keep the Faith?
Yes.
There we go.
And that gives you 6 correct, Lance.
I wouldn't have done so well today. So
Really?
Yeah, that's what it beat me.
I know. Maybe these are a little harder than
Let's hope
I thought.
Lance beats Steve then.
I think he has a chance.
Yeah, because he beat me.
Even though it is his
He's gonna choke.
birthday, so maybe we should be rooting for him. No.
That'd be weird. Don't do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Steve, I hope you lose.
Thanks. All right.
Are you ready? Yes! Who played Kylo Ren in the Star Wars movies?
Oh, that's Keanu Reeves.
No.
Oh, kind of looks like him. What the hell is that guy's name? Emo Man.
Emo Man. Emo Man.
I'm going to go with Jared Leto.
No. If you have 4 dozen cookies, how many total cookies do you have?
48.
Yes. The hashtag frequently used on the internet, WCW, stands for what?
Woman Crush Wednesday.
Yes. How many children do Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively have together?
2.
No.
3.
No.
1.
No.
None.
No. What
We're
rock
working on
band had the Las Vegas residency called Deuces Are Wild?
What rap band?
Rock band.
Oh, rock band. Jesus. I'm going to go Aerosmith.
Yes. A shepherd's pie is typically topped with what?
Potato.
Yes. In which Disney movie is an orphan baby found and raised by a gorilla?
Annie.
No.
The Jungle Book.
No.
What the hell is Lion King?
No. What letter is between the G and the H on a G and the J on a standard computer keyboard?
I don't know. Is it H?
Maybe. Bon Jovi had the early 90s album titled Keep the What?
Faith?
Yes.
Do you give him the A? I mean, should we give him the H on that?
It's not my fault she screwed up.
Lance, I don't think got that one, right?
know.
That's not my problem.
No, Lance did get that one. But with that,
You have to play with the conditions that you're
Hold on.
dealt.
What's
he gets 6 correct, which would be a tie.
Oh,
So without
wow. Is there
Lance-
another? Is there another question to ask?
Yes.
What are we doing? Making rules as we go along? And the 60 seconds, if she screws up a question, I get it wrong, I get screwed. If she screws up a question, I get it right, I'm rewarded.
Wow. All right, Lance, you don't get the win, buddy.
You guys want to ask me a question, ask me another question.
No, it's look, if you want to tell Lance on your birthday that you're going to be cheating, you
All
go
I'm
ahead.
saying is, do we complain about the field that the players play on when they're playing in a certain stadium? You got to deal with what the surface that you're
in this
given.
particular stadium, they put out the good field for you and the bad field for
You
Lance.
know what? Sometimes bad calls happen, good calls happen. It all evens out.
Oh, does it?
I mean, it's sad either way because it's a tie. Then no one gets a song.
All right, you know what?
So-
All right, screw it.
We'll leave it at the tie.
Let's do it. Ask me the question for the
no,
tie.
I'm not giving you a chance to get a winning song. I will leave it at the tie.
No, this will be for the tie.
They both didn't get to this question, though.
Yeah, and well, this I know, but is it already tied?
It's tied right now.
Yeah,
yes.
we'll leave it that way.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not giving.
No, this would be for his win.
No, I don't want you to
If
get a
I
chance
get
to
it
get a
wrong,
win.
he wins. If I get it right, we tie.
No, you already are. Oh, wait, you're gonna. So you're gonna
I'm
be.
willing
Oh.
to acquiesce.
Oh.
Ooh.
All right, fine. There we go.
Okay.
Because I like a little suspense in the morning.
I was a little confused, but I know where you're going now.
And also, I don't win or lose anything in this game, so I don't care.
You'll lose dignitar.
Let's go.
I think you're going to get this right, but Montgomery is the capital of what U.S. state?
He's not going to get this right.
Alabama.
Yeah!
Wow.
are now officially tied. Are we good now? Can we all go to bed tonight feeling okay with things?
All right, Lance. Well, we gave you a shot, Lance.
Don't I get a chance to answer a question?
No, you got it.
Go home.
Yeah, no, Lance. Sorry. Wow. Lance, you just got gonged. Yeah, Lance, you don't get a chance. We were basically trying to make up for the fact that Steve was given an answer, so we asked him a different question.
Right.
Yeah, that you already... You know what? Now I want Lance to lose. I almost want you to play a song.
You give an inch, he takes a mile.
It's so true,
He
man.
sure did.
Yeah, man.
Well, congratulations on, I don't know, tying or winning or whatever you want.
Somebody's mad, though. They said, no, shepherd's pie is mashed potato, not just potato.
Yeah, but it is a potato on there. I would argue that
when you said potato, I was like, okay, the real, yeah.
But mashed potatoes is like milk and butter and salt and all that stuff. It's not just potato.
But potato is on there.
Yeah, but not just potato. It's mashed potatoes because they have to be all the ingredients to be mashed potatoes. Am I wrong?
I feel like we are splitting the hairs, but she said what's on top of a shepherd's pie, and if you say potato, you are not wrong that potato is on there. I'm with you that mashed potatoes is traditionally what it is, but
I just texted and said Steve's H answer was like Witherspoon's pick six. Just hand it to me.
Yeah.
And what was the answer for the Gorilla Kids one?
Oh, Tarzan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. I didn't know. I was curious.
I wouldn't have got that one. I totally forgot Tarzan was a Disney movie.
Somebody said Tarzan was not raised by gorillas.
Yeah.
I thought he was raised. Yeah, he was raised by monkeys. I thought.
By a gorilla.
Was he raised by a gorilla?
I thought he was raised by Mr. Drummond, and Arnold and Willis were his brothers.
Oh yeah, that was a different Tarzan.
It's a different Tarzan.
Yeah.
And how many children do Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively have together? We all need to know this information. 4.
They have 4 kids together?
I don't know. They just not secretly, but had another one in February, but didn't really tell anyone about it.
I didn't even know they had children.
Yeah, they got 4 of them.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's nice that they have their own life. You know what I mean? Like not everybody's got to know. Because, some celebrities parade their children out there like, oh, look, here's my kid. And I gave my kid a weird name. And
the Kardashians? Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. You don't have to keep up with Ryan Reynolds.
So who do people think Tarzan was raised by if it wasn't by gorillas?
I thought he was raised by apes.
Yeah, it's apes because monkeys. I'm guessing people think it's monkeys, but if you look at the pictures, they don't have tails.
It says Tarzan of the Apes, right?
And it's king ape. So I'm thinking that apes and gorillas aren't the same thing, but they are.
Oh, okay.
Oh, today is quite the day.
I know.
This is a stressful episode of Migs, I tell you.
I'm sweating over here.
Sorry about that. Yeah. Well, I don't know who started all this mess. Whoever nitpicks a lot. Surely ain't me.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Sure. They learned it by watching you, man.
Yeah, they did. Are you having problems at work or relationship issues? Or maybe you're just cheating at games? I don't know. Just because it's your birthday doesn't mean you don't have problems. Any problem where you have advice, you need advice, well, we're here for you. Call us, text us, 206-803-ROCK. It's Help Wanted. We're going to do that at 7:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
We all know cats are intelligent. Felix Cat Insurance was able to secretly record 2 cats on a hidden microphone. Let's listen in.
Did you hear the one about the 3 dogs at the park?
That's old, like 4 lives ago. But did you hear about the new pet insurance just for cats from FelixCatInsurance.com?
Of course. What do I look like, a dog?
When you're coughing up a fur ball. Yes. Listen, Felix Cat Insurance plans start at under $1 per day and are as unique as you and me. They call it whisker to tail protection.
Even fur balls?
Even that. Remember the last time you had a fur ball? I made a TikTok. It went viral.
Oh, that's good. Wait, you're on social media?
There you have it. Felix Cat Insurance. Customizable coverage exclusively for felines. Sorry, no dogs allowed. FelixCatInsurance.com. Get it? Meow. Insurance is underwritten by Independence American Insurance Company and produced by Independence Pet Group. Pre-existing conditions are not covered. For all terms and limitations, visit FelixCatInsurance.com/terms.
Is your relationship going sideways?
Have a family issue? Problems with your coworker?
Do you need advice? We're here to help. No problem is too dumb. No dilemma is too silly. This is Help Wanted with BJ and Migs.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Help Wanted is where we're helping you out, man, because we got your texts, we got your messages, phone calls, people saying, please give us some advice. Well, whatever the problem is, relationship, work, or anything that you even think is dumb, we are here for you. Call us, text us, 206-803-ROCK. It is Help Wanted.
Oh, man, we always get a bunch of text messages like right before we get on the air, too, and it's always some good ones, including this one that involves somebody who, is dating someone that is connected with their ex.
Someone is dating someone connected with their ex?
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
We also have someone that's been humiliated at work.
Well, that's probably me every day.
And another person that is dealing with a creepy person in their world.
Well, that's it. I feel like that's me as well.
What are we feeling?
So is Danny feeling humiliated at work, having to deal with me?
All right, Danny, make the choice.
I want to hear the creepy.
The creepy one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
All right. This one texted and said, my friend just started dating this guy, and he is such a creep. His name is Daniel V, and he works on the right now.
Yeah. Boy, he is a creepy guy.
He's come out with a group of our friends a few times, and the things that he says and does are just so cringy. I've hinted to her that we all think he's a weirdo, but she doesn't seem to care. This is our first real relationship, so I think that she's blindsided by that. But the rest of us are getting to the point where, we don't want to be around her if he's going to be there. What would you do if your friend was dating somebody that you're not a fan of?
Oh, boy. That's a tough one. I wish I had an example of some of the things that he said to see if the gang is overreacting or not.
Right? Like, did your panties match your dress? Or something like that. I don't know.
That's creepy. No doubt about it.
That's the first thing I could think of that sounds creepy.
Yeah, good job.
At least I thought it was creepy when Joe asked me that question once.
Well, because I always tell Joe, you should see how Steve matches.
I'm very, yeah.
Oh, man, this is...
I've had an instance where I've had to tell somebody I didn't like their significant other, but I was just like... I don't think it was as bad as what they're saying. The person just sucked. They were just like, none of us liked the person. And so finally I was like, look, I'm not going to keep bringing this up. I'm just going to say it once. Don't like your girlfriend. Not a fan, but I want you to know that. That way, if things get weird with you guys, it's not like as if like you didn't know from some of your friends that we didn't approve of the person. But this is the first and last time I'm going to say it. And that was it. And they eventually did break up because then my buddy was just like, you were right. That she sucked. But, like, what are you going to do every time? Be like, we hate this person. We hate this person. That's not fair to your friend either.
Yeah, I've known people that don't say anything, and then the person doesn't know that they're like that the group doesn't like them.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, sometimes it stays forever. Sometimes it ends in it's a marriage, and then you go okay, and you got to deal with the person. I don't know what to do because people are different. That's why I'd like to see how weird this guy is. How creepy and weird is he, or is he just socially awkward? And would a conversation be helpful? Like if
what is cringy about the things that he says?
Yeah, because I know that sometimes I come off that way. I'll say things and people go, "Dude, that was weird," and I'm like, "Oh, I really didn't think it was weird." Okay, I'll try, but at least I'll try to make the adjustment. It's like, all right, I guess that I make sure not to speak that way in front of those folks. I think that's a fair conversation if this person's going to be long term. Can't we do that as humans? Can we just have that conversation, or is that too many feelings get hurt?
Well, that's the thing. I would much rather be the person that said, "Hey, I wasn't like a fan of that person," than like when they break up and then be like, "Oh yeah, well, none of us like the person," and your buddy would just be thinking, "Well, why didn't anybody say it this whole time?"
Yeah, that's why I'm glad that at least they're saying it to the girl, to the friend.
Yeah.
But then do they give him a chance to say, hey, dude, you know what? You seem weird. Unless the dudes say something. Do the dudes get with the guy? Because I imagine it's like girls and their boyfriends, and then, of course, the new girlfriend and the new dude. Do the dudes get together and go, dude, why you're so weird? I don't know. I mean, who helps this out?
That's true. Yeah.
I'm trying to think, I wish I had more context, but I do have friends in my life when I've introduced guys to them, not necessarily like that we're dating, but I'm seeing them and they meet them and they'll tell me right afterwards, like, yes or no. They're like, not for you. Like, he's just not giving me good vibes. That's just my vibe. Like, they're very honest about it, and I appreciate that.
And do you jettison the dude usually? Well, I guess you have in every case, haven't you?
I mean, at some point, yes. But it's like, I listen to what they say, and it's like sometimes when you're in it, you're kind of like, oh, I just really want this to work. Or maybe I'm looking at this person with rose-colored glasses, and hearing that like makes me kind of come back to reality a little bit. So whether or not I decide to keep seeing them is up to me, but I do take what they say into consideration.
The texter said that the guy always does MILF jokes and always will say, that's what she said at the worst times.
Oh, that sounds like me.
Okay, so he sounds like he has a bad sense of humor.
I feel like somebody needs to tell him, like, look, there's nothing wrong with having that sense of humor, but when you're meeting people for the first time, especially your girl's friends, maybe don't start off with that.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Look, there's a reason why Steve Carell was laughed at on The Office all the time, and people thought he was an idiot, that character, because Michael was always the one that said that's what she said jokes, and he was the idiot of that show. So,
and who are the MILF jokes towards? Are they towards their friends, or are they just like towards random people that walk into like an establishment with their kids? Like, hey, check out that MILF. Like, that seems very odd that you're cracking MILF jokes when you're in a relationship with somebody amongst their friends.
And how about the girl likes him? Like, I would ask her, okay, he does that's what she said. He does the MILF jokes. Can you tell me, is he endearing to you? Do you find that to be really fun?
Not to be rude, but could it be that the person's just a little desperate? They said it's their first relationship. I don't know how old they are, but I mean, let's just say you're in your mid-20s and your 30s, you've never been in a relationship. You might just take whatever you can get.
I know that I used to do stuff like that because I was nervous. Like privately.
That's what she said.
Yeah, privately. I'm a different guy around, like, my girlfriend, if you will, and that's how I always was. But in a group of people, I always felt like I had to perform, and I was nervous, especially with strangers. I would say stupid stuff like that. So maybe this dude is just nervous around these new people. It's possible, but
that could be.
Yeah, maybe a conversation. That would be. But if the girl doesn't want to have the conversation, then here's what you do. You don't hang out with him anymore. And she will get the picture that, look, we don't like him, and we told you, and there you go. And then maybe he'd be like, hey, maybe I can fix this. What can I do? That's what I would like to try to fix it, hopefully, if I found out people were thinking my personality was a little weird.
I do like the text that she said it's one of her first relationships. This won't last. No worries.
Yeah, it's very possible. Or will it?
One and done?
What if he's a good dude and he's just like really like, a goof? He just doesn't know how to be around other people, but around her, he's amazing.
Yeah.
It does sound a little bit like me. I've had to learn.
You got to start with the whole, crazy communication amongst your friends. But I think you have to start with just the conversation. Be like, hey, look, we're all not too big of a fan of this guy and all this. And then they at least they can be like, hey, yeah, he is coming off kind of goofy, but he's actually a really good dude. He's uncomfortable. And he's, like you said, like he might be trying too hard to make you guys laugh.
Yeah, he wants to fit in, wants you guys to like him. That was my thing. And people, eventually my friends said, BJ, don't try so hard. Stop being such a try-hard. And it's true. I really did. And then I had to make the adjustment and go, okay, I'm going to go to this party. I'm going to be nervous, but I'm not going to say a lot. And I'm going to be nice to people, at least in my brain, like whatever that means.
I says, listen, dummy, you're not dating the guy. Let her have her fun and shut up.
Okay, that's a line. That's one way to approach it.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, take a look at that mother. I'd like to.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, this is a tough one. But you get to do you. The cool thing about human beings is if you don't like the guy, you don't have to hang out with him and tell your friend.
You're not dating him.
Yeah. We can hang out together, just, you and me and the girls. But when it comes to like double dating, ain't going to be with him.
Oh, here's a quick one that just came in. I found out that my boyfriend is married.
Oh,
do I call and tell the wife nicely? I feel like she should know what type of guy she is married to.
How long have you been dating this guy? And how did you find out he was married? What a douche.
Well, the holidays are coming. So, he probably has to, get that all dialed in.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Just show up to Christmas with some gifts.
There you go.
That's the way to do it.
She says dating. Do you think he was just banging and he never thought of it as dating? Like it's just a side piece and he in his brain thought, I'm doing nothing to lead her on to think that we're dating.
I don't know, man. There's some guys out there that are pulling that double duty kind of thing, and because she said I found out my boyfriend is married. So
you're right.
She refers to him as a boyfriend. You're right. She might be delusional and thinking that they're together when they really aren't. But I feel like he's making her think that they're in a relationship.
Yeah, that sucks too. I feel sorry for you because that just sucks.
Do you tell the wife? Just get out of the situation. I know I'm torn on that. I understand you want to tell the wife, but
stay out of it. It's going to get messy.
If you don't know the wife, if there's no connection to her in any sense, that's leave and get out of that situation. Be as far away from that dude as possible.
See, that's how you
move on with your life.
That's how you two do it. I'm the kind of person that go, but what if he does this to somebody else? see if at least stop the process of him just basically tricking other girls into thinking that it's just him because he'll go on to somebody else. That would suck if he keeps doing that too.
You know what I would do?
He will regardless.
Yeah. Well, if the wife finds out, at least then he's at least busted.
I would threaten him. I would threaten him more than go tell the wife.
You need to go tell your wife.
Yeah.
Or I will.
Oh, exactly. But whether you actually plan on doing it or not, at that point, it's probably going to freak him out enough to where he has to go admit it to her.
I think the only thing why I would consider telling her is more of a health standpoint. Because if he's cheating on you and cheating on her, he might be cheating with somebody else. And if you think you're the only one in a relationship with this person, you may not be using condoms because you're like, oh, we're monogamous.
STD.
So it might just be.
STD. What are we doing?
I don't know.
We are promoting the spread of love, as it were.
Yeah, maybe you know what? Just as a health standpoint, get yourself checked out, woman. Your husband's cheating on you. That'd be the only reason why I would think I would want to tell her.
Yeah, it's out of anger.
Do we know if this person has chlamydia?
I don't know.
Maybe she should find out herself first.
I mean, yes, but
we're going to
also
say he does.
Never know.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to. You know what? He's a douche.
Charlie chlamydia.
Yeah, he's got chlamydia. He's got everything. He's got it all. Let's just say that. Yeah. Look, Steve and Danny are right. It's obviously going to be very high maintenance if you try to get in and get involved with the wife. And it would be a vengeful thing to do unless you really believe you're being altruistic and you're thinking, she deserves to know. And like Vicky said, go get you checked out. What a mess. I'm sorry you're in that. Gosh, isn't that amazing? I mean, it's amazing that somebody can fake you out like that and make you think we're in a relationship. Like, did he ever take you back to his place? Does he have an apartment?
I got to imagine there was now looking back, there's probably plenty of warning signs or red flags that maybe you just weren't paying attention to until now. You realize, oh crap, that's why we didn't do this, that, and the other thing because you had a wife.
See, if somebody's sketchy, at some point somebody would take you back to their place. So you have to have a place. And if that doesn't happen, then I think that's the first red flag. We can't go back to my place.
Why not?
Yeah.
Oh, because it's a mess.
Yeah, it's this, it's that.
Well, it's a mess because I have a relationship that's a mess.
That's what it is. Oh, man.
Did you know that there's full-on Facebook groups of hey, who's dating my boyfriend?
What?
Yeah, and it's all the girls go on there and they'll post hey, is anyone, and they all post
dating this guy?
Yeah.
And would they post the picture and then they all kind of vet it out?
I've never been in one. From what Vicky sounds familiar with it. Is that what that happens?
Yeah, I remember I was watching a video about somebody.
Just be a spectator in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Are We Dating the Same Guy Facebook group.
There you go.
You can just post on there, anybody else dating this guy? And people have found out that, yes, they have been dating the same people.
When they start dating, they immediately throw the picture up just to be sure?
I don't know if it's immediately, but maybe if you feel like they may be cheating on
flags.
you. Yeah.
How would you feel if you're dating somebody and then you find out your picture's plastered on a Facebook group because they're questioning whether or not you're just with them?
Yeah, that would ruin the relationship.
That would be a red
there.
flag on the flip side.
Yeah, you're right.
Wait a second. What are you doing? I'm on a Facebook group where you're sharing it with other people?
And they are specific to your area. So they have one for New York City. They have one for so you're not just throwing it out worldwide. So there's a lot of groups.
Yeah, even still, I'm with Steve. It's oh, wait, you put me on the Seattle. Are you dating this guy group? Why? Why would you think I would be that guy?
Because you're dating 10 girls, buddy.
Yeah. Sorry, pal.
Can you imagine, though, if you post it and then all of a sudden, you just get a bunch of messages being oh, yeah, I met him at so-and-so last week.
And then it's just all of a sudden, there's 8 people.
Yeah.
What's to stop the trolls from going yes and pretending they are dating the guy?
That would be awesome.
See, I don't trust this.
If I had all the time in the world, which I don't, be a fake woman and just be yes to every single person until they start being dude, who is this Stavino girl that keeps saying that she's with every guy that we post pictures of? She said yes to every one of them.
Stavina gets around, doesn't she?
Totally. Yup, dating that guy too.
You are going to be the home-wrecking catfish.
Yeah, banged him.
Yeah, I like this plan.
That would be. I wonder how many times it would take until someone realizes, okay, this person's clearly trolling all of us.
Yeah, Stavina. I like it.
Stavina.
All right, maybe I'll go with a little less, unique name.
All right,
Susan.
Yeah, Susan works. You should go with Karen. Karen is a popular name.
Yeah.
No one would ever suspect any problem
I want to
there.
keep the S, man.
Oh, all right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, the Seahawks, if you want to keep the S, let's talk about the Seahawks. They had a big win last night on Monday Night Football. And we're going to recap the game with the host of Mitch Unfiltered. Mitch Levy joins us at 7:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another listener question. How do I rebuild my credit after filing bankruptcy?
You rebuild it, one creditor at a time by making your payments on time on your rent or your mortgage, by continuing to make car payments on a car that you keep during your case. You can also, as I said, you can almost always get a credit card almost immediately after filing bankruptcy. Sometimes it's a secured card, and it'll almost always have a really high interest rate on it. But you could get a small balance credit card and charge a tank of gas or a dinner once a month on that and make the payment, pay it off every month, and that'll help you build a credit history one creditor at a time, and will help you rebuild your credit over time.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. Thanks for listening.
This holiday season, make your journey memorable with Travel Centers of America, where our motto is simple: return every traveler to the road better than they came. Avoid any hassle and stop at our one-stop shop for all your holiday travel needs. Fuel up, indulge in delicious snacks, and dine at one of our full-service restaurants. Hit the road with peace of mind knowing we've got you covered. For more info, go to ta-petro.com. Travel Centers of America, your road to happy travels.
From the very beginning, your kids mean everything to you. That means you do anything for them, especially if they're at risk. So when it comes to type 1 diabetes, screen it like you mean it. Because even if just one person in the family has it, your child is up to 15 times more likely to get it too. Screen it like you mean it. Because type 1 diabetes can develop at any age. And once you get results, you can get prepared for your child's future. So screen it like you mean it. Type 1 starts long before there are symptoms, but one blood test could help you spot it early, before they need insulin, and could lower the risk of serious complications like diabetic ketoacidosis or DKA. Talk to your doctor about how to screen for type 1 diabetes, because the more you know, the more you can do. So don't wait. Tap now or visit screenfortype1.com to learn more. Again, that's screenfortype1.com. Screen it like you mean it. From the very beginning, your kids mean everything to you. That means you do anything for them, especially if they're at risk. So when it comes to type 1 diabetes, screen it like you mean it. Because even if just one person in the family has it, your child is up to 15 times more likely to get it too. Screen it like you mean it. Because type 1 diabetes can develop at any age. And once you get results, you can get prepared for your child's future. So screen it like you mean it. Type 1 starts long before there are symptoms, but one blood test could help you spot it early, before they need insulin, and could lower the risk of serious complications like diabetic ketoacidosis or DKA. Talk to your doctor about how to screen for type 1 diabetes, because the more you know, the more you can do. So don't wait. Tap now or visit screenfortype1.com to learn more. Again, that's screenfortype1.com. Screen it like you mean it.
Transit is better with an Orca card. Here's why. 1. It's easy. Just tap and pay your way onto Metro and all other public transit around the Sound. 2. Your tap shows us when and where you're riding the most, so Metro can serve you better. And 3. Orca cards are for everyone. 18 and younger now ride free with a free youth Orca card. So what are you waiting for? Get an Orca card, tap for transit, and make your ride count today. Visit kingcounty.gov/tap for transit.
Are you dealing with a personal injury? Don't go it alone. Turn to the experienced team at Phillips Law Firm. Their attorneys have helped thousands of clients get the compensation they deserve. Call Phillips Law Firm now. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com. Looking to give the gift of pleasure? Add a little high heat to keep the desire burning. Or maybe you just need a little self-care. Come to Lovers for the best lingerie and toys to keep things hot this holiday. Save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow Rewards. Just mention Love20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow Rewards membership until November 30th. Some exclusions apply.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard the tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back legally on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
Oh, BJ, very excited to have our next guest on, especially after a big win on Monday Night Football, baby. Please welcome to the show your host of Mitch Unfiltered, Mitch Levy.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait. Episode 257 dropped. Probably a lot of good stuff.
Yes, indeed. I'll just say this. I'm in our nation's capital as we speak. Traveled all day yesterday, got here for the game, watched the game, worked into the wee hours of the morning to get episode 257 out. And I get ready to do your show this morning, which is, thank God, 3 hours later here. And I log on to what we call Clean Feed, which is the audio, and I see my name. And my name is not my name. It says Mitchie owes BJ breakfast.
Yeah.
That's what my name is on Clean Feed. I don't even know. And so I had to ask you guys. I don't even recall. Did I make a wager that I lost? What happened?
Yeah, look you and me both, Mitch.
Look how he's forgetting. Look how he's forgetting because he decided.
What happened?
He tried to pit his baseball knowledge against mine, and he lost.
Look at you guys.
Yeah.
Are you trying to flex your baseball knowledge?
I'm flexing
Mitch?
big time because Mitch was like all in, going, "Oh, believe me, next Tuesday the Mariners will be in the playoff." I'm like, I will take that bet right now.
I was feeling that way too, Mitch.
I think most were feeling that way. But go ahead, BJ, gloat a little bit. Tell us all that you know about baseball. Go ahead.
I'm telling you right now, all I know is I know I'm getting breakfast. What are you doing in the nation's capital? That's not where the game was last night.
No, I was not at the game. I'm actually on a little East Coast trip. I'm here to see my my in-laws, and then I'm going down to Florida to see my mother. So,
really?
And I'm celebrating all the way. I mean, I'm very. I got to say, it's a mixed bag this morning because while I owe you breakfast, the reason I owe you breakfast is very disappointing. I mean, we can joke all we want about it, but there was no reason for the Seattle Mariners to be the odd man out. Yep. 3 teams made the playoffs. They were not, or 4 teams. They were not one of them. And here we are. I mean, I think it's a very difficult pill to swallow for baseball fans in the Northwest. There's no reason that we're sitting out on the sidelines watching other teams play. And then, as kind of sports go, we got a little bit of a reprieve, at least from our local guys. What a game last night in the middle. I mean, I said on the podcast, episode 257 this morning, I said that was one of the most bizarre nights. Did you guys watch it from beginning to end? Or did you have to go to sleep? Or what? Did you watch it?
We watched the whole thing, baby.
But I also had a brand new puppy and a daughter running around. So at times I was just getting a little frustrated because I was like, can I just watch this football game, please?
Yeah. It was really one strange night. I mean, from the 11 sacks, who saw that coming from this defense, to the Jamal Adams playing one series and going out again after he missed a full year, to Devin Witherspoon's coming out party. We called it his coming out party on national TV, to how bad the Giants are. I mean, you guys and your listeners don't want to talk about the Giants, but think about this for a second if you watched last night's game. The Giants paid that quarterback $160 million.
Yeah, they did.
Did they pay the offensive line 165 cents? It's like, dude.
$165 million tied up in that quarterback. And when they did it, guys, when Daniel Jones signed that extension this offseason, much of the NFL world went, what? What has he done to 100? And now the Giants are going to be paying him for the next 3 or 4 years $40 million a year. I don't know about you guys, but that was not a $40 million a year quarterback that I saw last night, regardless of his offensive line. And while you're speaking of the offensive line, before you go give him like the benefit of the doubt because he has a bad offensive line, how about the offensive line that the Seahawks had last night?
Oh, yeah.
Insane.
Whatever they've made adjustments, which even Troy Aikman was talking about last night. Is he's like, look, they both were banged up, but somehow the Seahawks have figured it out to be able to have a decent offense with a banged up offensive line, and somehow the Giants couldn't figure it out.
I don't think it's hyperbole to say that in 2023 in the NFL, there are virtually no teams that could operate with 5 backup offensive linemen in the game at the same. Literally, that's not an exaggeration. The Seattle Seahawks had 5 second stringers. Now you'd say, okay, Evan Brown was in there, but they moved him to guard.
Yeah, they did.
He is the second string guard. So they had the second string left tackle, the second string left guard, the second string center, the second string right guard, and the second. There are 0 NFL teams that could operate or function properly with that. And the Seahawks, they didn't do a lot offensively. They didn't need to do a lot offensively. But you gotta tip your cap to those 5 guys. I mean, these are guys that you would have that no one's ever heard of out there it's one thing. I mean, BJ, that's one thing to have 4 guys and then you got to put in a backup left tackle. Yeah. Or you got to put a backup right guard. So the other 3 or 4 guys pick that guy up and you can hide him for a game or 2. But to have 5 of them at the same time, it's crazy. I don't even know that I've ever seen that before. A team with 5 backup offensive linemen. So, I mean, just an unbelievable night in the Meadowlands last night. And I'll go one step further with you. When the schedule came out a long time ago, what you don't really want to see when you're a football team is a bye week really, really early in a season.
Yeah.
But it's funny how things work out because I think if Pete Carroll were given the opportunity to trade it in now and have it later in the year where he is right now, he wouldn't do it. He'd say, "Oh my God, I need 13 days. I got so many guys that need 13 days that it actually turns out it comes out at the same place." So very good Monday night. A very disappointing Mariners end of the season. I can't tell you. We could go on and on. I could go on and on for hours about that. But, a mixed bag for Seattle sports fan. But I see Migsy still smiling.
I'm still smiling because all of a sudden it's now the Legion of Spoon, baby.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Devin Witherspoon.
Yeah, buddy.
Dude, that guy. I just get more and more fired up watching him play, man. He has such energy out there, and it felt like the rest of the team on defense were picking up what he was putting down. And I know, dude, it's a bummer about Jamal Adams, but before he got concussed, I felt like he did set a great tone for that defense, and it was just a bummer. Hopefully this bye week will help, get him ready to go when the team's back and playing in Cincinnati.
Right. The 2 things, I mean, the Jamal Adams is a real kick in the you-know-what. Yeah. I mean, it's for him to wait a year to play and then get knocked out. You saw his reaction on the sidelines when the doctors told him he's not allowed to go back in. He was not happy. You just hope that, okay, it's not a knee. It's not an Achilles. He looked like he had when he came off the field, if you saw the replay of him, he was woozy. I mean, he was really woozy.
He was out.
There was no place for him to go back in that game. He should not have. But by the time he was walking up the tunnel, I thought he had gotten his senses back. I would figure that 13 days might do the trick to get him back. So I'm not overly concerned. As for Devin Witherspoon, that story, I don't know how closely your listeners follow that story. I mean, that story is so plentiful with exciting subplots. I mean, they drafted him number 5, and then he was completely unavailable during training camp, always hurt, always nicked up, didn't play. When he did play, he was getting beat by wide receivers. And all the while, we're all watching the guy in Philadelphia who a lot of the people thought that the Seahawks should have chosen, Jalen Carter, the defensive tackle out of Georgia. We're watching him be destructive in exhibition games. And then in games 1, 2, and 3, he's a force to be reckoned with. And we've got Witherspoon on the sideline, and just we're all pulling our hair out in Seattle. And then, as you pointed out, Migsy, his first week back a couple weeks ago, flashes, and then last week flashes, and then last night, oh my God. I don't know if that's a sign of things to come, but 2 sacks and a pick 6. He should have had a 3rd sack there when Daniel Jones was falling out of bounds. You talk about Jamal Adams setting a tone. Devin Witherspoon's style of play, because he's so damn physical, he likes to come up and pop you from his cornerback position. There's a lot of corners in the league, BJ, that don't want to tackle you.
No.
They don't want
That's not their game.
He is looking to hit somebody, and you can see almost with the other guys in that defensive backfield how they how that kind of rubbed off on them during the course of the game. So, look, you don't ever want to overreact to one game. It's one game. It's one game. But, boy, he looks the part. He really looks the part now, and it'll be very exciting to see what he adds to that defense over the next several weeks and years and months and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's the defense is, to me, the biggest surprise, because the other team that really whooped the Giants like this were the Cowboys, who are renowned for having a good defense so far this year. Those are the two teams, us and the Cowboys, that really basically said no points for you. And just decimated that Giants team. So I don't know what that says. I don't know if we should believe that the defense has actually turned a corner, or I don't know what to believe, because I was surprised that we were able to keep them at 3 points. I thought they would put a few points on the board and we would win another close game, maybe beat them by a touchdown.
See, I don't even really look at the points. Yeah, in this day and age, to hold a team to 3 is incredible, obviously. But that, to me, was not – that's like the fourth thing down on the list for this defense last night. The story of the defense last night wasn't the 3. It was the way they played. It was the 11 sacks. I mean, How many years are we talking about how they don't rush the quarterback? They can't get pass pressure on the quarterback. They had 11 sacks in one game.
Yeah.
They go literally 6 weeks combined without having 11 sacks. You can go back over the last couple of years. They've gone 6-game stretches without having 11. They had 11 sacks, and they're up there and knocking people around. So
what does that mean, Mitch, to you? My question is that because like I pointed out, nobody has done that to them this year, except of course the Cowboys had a great game against them. So this is a defense that, I don't know, where are we? Are we in the middle of the road? I mean, you wouldn't expect that from the Seahawks defense.
I would say to you, don't even go there. Don't assume one way or the other. It's one game.
Yeah.
It's a Giants offensive line that's really – everybody said going into the game, the Giants have a terrible offensive line. Take it for what it is. Be excited that they were great last night. Be excited over the 11 sacks. I would just maybe caution you to say, hey, let's not read too much into it. Either way, let's see what happens in 13 days when they play the Cincinnati Bengals on the road. Joe Burrow, who was supposed to be a Super Bowl contending team, that all of a sudden is like in disarray and looks like a much more winnable game for the Seahawks.
Right. Let's
just take a step back and say they were great last night, but try not to read too much into what does it mean, because you're right. I don't know what it means.
We got
13 days from now, Joe Burrow could throw for 350 yards against him. They could get 1 sack or 0 sacks. And then we're talking about on Monday morning, what happened to this defense from the Giants game? So I just prefer to just accept it for what it was last night, and we'll see.
Someone just texted and said, hey, what's Mitch's take on Geno's tackle?
Oh,
on how he got tackled.
And he was big.
I don't like it. I mean, I know that a lot of people didn't have a problem with it. I think that's a tackle first of all, it's out of bounds. He's clearly going out of bounds. He's clearly out of bounds when the guy falls on the back of his leg. And as they said on the TV broadcast, you got to remember that they did away with the horse collar tackle, where for your listeners who don't know, where the defensive guy grabs you by the back of the neck inside the shoulder pads and pulls you down from behind. That is an illegal play. One of the reasons that's an illegal play is when that contact happens normally, the defensive guy ends up falling on the ball carrier's back of his legs, just like what happened last night. That's one of the reasons you're not allowed to have a horse collar. And that's even though they didn't get the horse collar, it wasn't a true horse collar. I thought it was late. I thought it was somewhat dirty. And it's very fortunate for the Seahawks that he wasn't hurt more than he was, that he was able to come back for the third quarter. But I did not like the hit at all.
Well, I
like how Geno was getting in his face, though. That was awesome.
Well, then we got a penalty because he wouldn't shut up, but he was very, very upset.
Sometimes you just got to take that flag, BJ. Show him what's up.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't hurt us. At the end of the day, but you like to keep that from happening when you're playing good teams.
Too many penalties offensively last night. A lot of holdings, lot of penalties on the Seahawks offense that needs to be cleaned up for
Mitch,
sure.
Last night, Danny and I were texting back and forth. We found our new favorite pastime, and that is when we get to watch the angry New York Giants fans in the fan reactions. That was just insane, like how angry all those fans looked in the stadium. And then all the fans that were leaving, there was traffic in the third quarter getting out of the parking lot.
Can't blame them.
And Taylor Swift wasn't even there, for God's sake. Right?
Can't blame them.
Yeah, Jets the previous night on Sunday Night Football lose a heartbreaker to Kansas City, and then one night later in the same building, the Giants just get wiped off the field by the Seattle Seahawks. How about the 3-1? Boys, they're 3-1.
Who told you?
Going to the bye.
This guy. So far, this guy is. Well, I'm happy. I'm happy because all I want to see in these preseason 5 games, as I call them, I want to see a 3-2 record. At least, that would be what you want. So they will not be hurt by what some other teams are going to be like. Obviously, the Bengals could be hurt because Burrow is injured, so he's dealing with a bad calf. So we might get very, very fortunate in that his calf is still bothering him. And also, it seems like our team can watch film. Hearing Witherspoon when they asked him about his interception, and he talked about, hey, we just watched the film. It looks like they watched the film very well, and I'm hoping they get a lot from Cincinnati and watch that film, and that also is a big reason why the defense played so well.
Hard to say. They watch film every week. I'd like to sit here and say, oh, my God, they did such a great job in film study. But it's one game. It was incredible. Let's get some people healthy over the next 13 days. I like to see some people, especially on the offensive line. I like to see those tackles come back sooner rather than later. Think about this, guys. I'm in D.C. I'm going down to visit my mom in Florida on Sunday, and I'm going to the Dolphins-Giants game. Now, how are the Giants going to do against a mad Dolphins team on Sunday on the short week?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're lucky you're seeing that game.
I think you're going to have a lot of fun at that game.
I remember the other thing I remember from last week, Steve, that Mitch forgot. Of course, he forgot the bet we made with the Mariners.
Here we go.
I think he forgot the fact that he was riding high after that crushing of Denver. And I said, the Dolphins don't think they're the elite of the AFC East yet because you still got the Bills to deal with. And boy, that came back quick. Karma came back quick, baby. The fish got swished.
Are we going to change the segment to "I'm right and Mitch is wrong"?
Yes,
that's what it feels like.
Doesn't happen much. When would he ever?
It's not only "I'm right." It's not only changing the segment to "I'm right, Migsy."
Rub it in too.
It's changing the subject to "Let me make something up that I said that I really didn't say," and the next week, who's going to challenge me on it and look for the recording?
Would you like to?
We're too lazy to do that.
Would you? Oh, not me. If I can get breakfast,
That's exactly why he makes the statement. He knows you're too lazy.
I will bet you breakfast right now, Mitch, that there was that line from me about Buffalo challenging Miami. If you want to bet, I'll double or nothing you right now because I know I will.
What you seem to forget is if you asked me about that game, I said Buffalo was going to win, and I can show you proof that I thought Buffalo was going to win.
Oh, really?
I don't know if you could show me. Yeah,
I didn't ask you about the game. I just mentioned while you were riding high. I go, hey, don't get so happy with your Dolphins because there's Buffalo in that division.
Buffalo's always the class.
Yeah,
They're the class until we take it from them.
Yeah.
I would take no exception to that comment,
all right,
EJ. But
Any other
things that you want to say? Like you did you say last week that the Huskies were going to struggle with Arizona? Did you say last week that who was going to win the big fight on Saturday night?
He predicted that Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift were going to get together a couple of years ago.
Travis Kelce, yeah.
I did predict the NFL would get a nice bump in Sunday Night Football ratings because of Trey. I did predict that.
Are you buying that whole thing or not?
I believe in love, and I think that they're meant for each other.
I don't know what does Taylor have to get from all this? I mean, the NFL. like, why wouldn't it be love? Because what is she getting out of this? She's helping the NFL huge. Like they double their average rating with on Sunday Night Football with her. I mean, she's done everything for the NFL where people don't even care about the NFL or even and Kelsey's numbers as far as like his shirt sales and his followers and everything. His
jerseys went up 400%.
Yeah, and he's got like almost 1 million new followers, I think, on TikTok or somewhere. All because
you're buying it.
I'm buying the fact that it's great for Kelsey and football. I don't know how it's great for Taylor unless she's really in love.
The amazing records she's going to write when he dumps her.
Are you buying the relationship, BJ?
Well, she's at every game. I have to buy it. I don't know why she would be running around spending all this time with Travis Kelce.
Maybe it's hard to get season tickets for Kansas City Chiefs games.
Yeah, I had thought about that. I have to buy it, Mitch, because what is her motivation? Like, why does she need to do this if it's not for love? I mean, granted, it could be puppy love. It could be infatuation. I don't know much about Travis Kelce. I don't know what she sees in him, but I do believe she loves the guy because financially, I don't know why she'd want to do this. The NFL.
She needs material for her next record.
Okay, that's a possibility. Yeah. Are you not buying it, Mitch? Are you thinking this is a whole fake thing? I
don't know. I don't know whether I don't buy it or I just don't want to buy it.
Okay. I can appreciate the don't want to buy it. Yeah.
It's just annoying to me, and I don't know why. Because overall, I'm just a pretty miserable human being.
Yeah.
So for miserable people, that whole thing is intolerable.
Yes.
Because I go back to. I mean, you probably know this. What was the story? She was in Kansas City, and he tried to meet her backstage to say hello, and she snubbed him. He brought like a friendship bracelet or something, and she snubbed him, and he complained about it on a podcast or somewhere. Yeah. Oh my God, she wouldn't even say hello to me. And now they're together after he pined. I mean, the whole thing is just
interesting.
It's just sickening. I don't want it to be true, so I'm staying with the whole.
You know more about this than I do. I didn't know about that part.
Did you hear the story about that couple that were like on Halloween like 2 years ago, just as a joke because they had nothing else to dress up as? The husband dressed up as Travis Kelce and she dressed up as Taylor Swift. And this was 2 years ago.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So the fix is in, man.
That is wild. Look at those folks, man. They know what's up.
Is it possible to be as perfect as she is? I mean,
I wonder that every night.
You mean, is it possible to be perfect as you are? Is that what you're wondering?
No, I wonder about Taylor Swift. I told my wife, how is she so perfect?
Did you see the video of, I guess it would have been last week's game that came out after the game of her cleaning up the suite?
Yes.
Picking up plates from other people. I mean, come on. She can't. No human being is this perfect. It's impossible.
Mitch is having a hard time with this.
I respected that. It's like, pick it up. If you came with it, leave with it.
All right. Well, episode 257 is out now. I don't know how much Taylor Swift talk is going to be on there. You got most of it out here, I think. But lots of stuff to talk about, and you can get it on the latest podcast, wherever you get podcasts, MitchUnfiltered.com. Well, Mitch, I look forward to breakfast, and I look forward to being right about a lot of things.
You got it, and you're right about that, and you're right about all the things that you weren't right about, but you're making up. And let me just say that we're not going to be together next week because there's a bye week for the Seahawks.
Yeah, sorry.
But I would say to you and your listeners, one of the biggest football games in a long time, in 12 days from today, is going to happen at Husky Stadium, Oregon and Washington.
Oh, yeah.
Both have byes this week, so neither is going to lose. When they meet in 12 days at Husky Stadium, we're talking about two of the top 7 teams in the country. We're talking about 2 Heisman Trophy candidates on national television, probably at 12:30 Pacific time. Huge college football game. Keep an eye on that. Anyway.
Yeah, you're right, because you got to beat Oregon. I mean, that's the bottom line. If you got to beat Oregon if you really are not a pretender.
Got to beat Oregon. And I think they will, by the way.
Well, I like that. I will keep that in mind. I won't bet you on that one.
Okay, there you go.
All right.
Talk to you in a couple weeks. Okay?
Mitch Unfiltered. Check it out, MitchUnfiltered.com.
Thank you.
Take it easy, buddy. All right. There's a popular musical artist who just gave a fan $50,000 at his concert, all because the guy's girlfriend left him. Oh, nice. You'll hear what happened at 8:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
This holiday season, make your journey memorable with Travel Centers of America. Visit our one-stop shop for all your holiday travel needs. Fuel up, get snacks, and dine at one of our full-service restaurants. Hit the road with peace of mind knowing we've got you covered. Travel Centers of America.
Ever notice how feline family members take a back seat to dogs by most pet insurance companies? Yeah, that chafes me. Cats have feelings too, and it's just wrong. But hold your horses. I got some good news here. FelixCatInsurance.com is doing something about it. And they call it whisker to tail protection. Because, look, our cats don't actually have 9 lives, and accidents and things can happen anytime. Felix Cat Insurance has plan options for cats of all ages, and it covers accidents, illnesses, emergency care, and more. Best part? Plans start at under $1 per day. Customizable coverage exclusively for felines. FelixCatInsurance.com. No dogs allowed. Well, hold up. This ain't over yet. Roll that legal stuff.
Insurance is underwritten by Independence American Insurance Company and produced by Independence Pet Group. Pre-existing conditions are not covered. For all terms and limitations, visit FelixCatInsurance.com/terms.
From the very beginning, your kids mean everything to you. That means you do anything for them, especially if they're at risk. So when it comes to type 1 diabetes, screen it like you mean it. Because even if just one person in the family has it, your child is up to 15 times more likely to get it, too. Screen it like you mean it. Because type 1 diabetes can develop at any age. And once you get results, you can get prepared for your child's future. So screen it like you mean it. Type 1 starts long before there are symptoms. But one blood test could help you spot it early, before they need insulin, and could lower the risk of serious complications like diabetic ketoacidosis or DKA. Talk to your doctor about how to screen for type 1 diabetes. Because the more you know, the more you can do. So don't wait. Tap now or visit screenfortype1.com to learn more. Again, that's screenfortype1.com. Screen it like you mean it.
Transit is better with an Orca card. Here's why. 1. It's easy. Just tap and pay your way onto Metro and all other public transit around the Sound. 2. Your tap shows us when and where you're riding the most, so Metro can serve you better. And 3. Orca cards are for everyone. 18 and younger now ride free with a free youth Orca card. So what are you waiting for? Get an Orca card, tap for transit, and make your ride count today. Visit kingcounty.gov/tap for transit.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Drake did a show in Miami recently and made a guy's night by surprising him in a very big way. The guy had a sign up to get Drake's attention, and here's Drake reading it to the crowd.
That's a good sign to pick tonight. Usually I'll do something nice for a lady, but my bro right here, he said, I spent all my savings buying tickets for me and my ex, but honestly, never mind, it's really her loss, so she ain't coming with you tonight. She ain't coming with you tonight? And you in here just icy with the gold chain and the sunglasses on? Hey, you know what? I'm gonna give you 50 bands so you can flex on her. Yes. That's how we doing it tonight, big dog. It's your night tonight.
Man, why don't any of the bands that I like do that?
Damn, 50 grand just because he ain't got a girlfriend no more.
Come on, Eddie Vedder. It's time for you to give me 50 grand when I'm in the concert.
Yeah, well, you better bring a sign saying, you'll have to make like you and your wife.
I love this guy. As soon as he got the 50 grand, all of a sudden the shades went back on. He had a lot more confidence because he's probably thinking, I'm also getting laid tonight. You know there's a woman out there that's going to track him down at that
50 grand?
50 grand. And also just, some people just like that. That's an aphrodisiac. All of a sudden you're getting that attention.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Wow, 50,000. I wonder how they made that happen. Somebody pulling us. Well, how awkward would that be if you go, the show's over and you go,
where's my 50
door?
grand?
He said he was going to give me 50 grand. I'd say, yeah, pal, get out of here. The security. No, I'm the 50 grand guy. Where's my money?
I'd be writing a new sign that says, here's my Venmo. Or are we doing cash? Venmo?
Yes.
Am I right? Are you writing me a check? I feel like they're handing him cash.
I want an update. I really do, because it's one thing to say stuff, but you know how hard it is to get to these guys to collect on this deal. What if he's just like, and
you don't do that in 2023 where everyone has a cell phone and you're up on stage and you say, I'm going to give somebody 50 grand and not do it. I mean, unless Drake's trying to become the ultimate villain, he's definitely going to come through with
Here's what he should have done to get out of this. He should have given
100 grand.
Yeah, exactly.
Give him the chocolate bar.
That's it.
Oh, come on.
That's the way
like
you
the
do
worst
it.
April Fool's prank ever.
That's what I would do up there if I was Drake.
You know how many radio stations used to do that back in the day? For
Yeah,
April
they
Fools?
did.
We're giving away $100,000.
I know.
Congratulations, you won $100,000. Or a Toyota, and it's a toy Yoda doll.
Oh, I never remember that one.
You don't remember that?
I don't remember Toyota. That's great.
Oh, that was a big one too.
Oh, what a great idea. We'll have to
Listen
use
now.
that.
We're giving away a Toyota.
All right. Well, all right. Got my plan set for April 5th, April Fools. I'm set to
Says
go.
the guy who hates April Fool's Day.
Not for Toyota.
Okay.
Toyota was changing my mind.
Yeah, some waitress. I guess there's an article about a woman who worked at a Hooters, which is awesome, and she was promised a Toyota doll, but she thought she was getting a Toyota.
Yeah. Nowadays, I think you might be able to. There might be a lawyer that would take that case that would try to sue the company that the radio station worked for to try to get the real Toyota.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Drake's been known recently for being the guy that's getting like 1 billion bras thrown up on stage.
Yes.
He actually keeps like a collection of all the bras. So it's kind of funny that for one night he's like, you know what? It's all about the dudes this time.
Yeah. Well, good for him, man.
I wish I had that kind of money that I could just be up on stage and be like, you know what, dude? I'll hook you up with $50,000.
Heck yeah.
That would be great.
And he could have done $5,000. I bet that would have went. I think that would have been just as cool for the guy.
Yeah, $50,000's a nice statement.
Yeah,
it is. That's a good move.
What would you rather? You're at the Drake concert and he says, "Hey, I'll give you $50,000, or you can come party with me and my crew tonight."
$50,000.
You're taking the $50,000.
Yeah, $50,000's a good amount of money. And again, I'm not a big Drake fan, so I guess maybe that's so.
Then you wouldn't be at the Drake concert.
I would be there if I knew I could get $50,000. I'd be bringing a sign saying, "Oh, everybody left me. My wife, my kids, my dog. I'm a country song. Please give me some money, Drake."
Yeah, I guess I would go cash. Man, I'd be torn now.
Well, yeah, $50,000's a good amount of money, though, dude. You really?
But I feel like a night out with Drake might be pretty crazy.
And he likes you, like he's your buddy.
We're going to party.
Okay, so like you're a part of the crew.
I'm his right-hand man for the night.
Okay, all right. Because, I mean, sometimes people will go, yeah, you can come out with us, and then no one talks to you, and you really go, I feel like I'm alone. But if you're really part of the gang, part of the crew, all right, I want the $50,000.
So now Drake's concerts are going to be flooded with people with signs about their sob stories. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, signs and bras. He's going to get bras and people with signs.
Look at all those bras he's got.
Whoa.
That's probably $50,000 worth of bras right there. Bras aren't cheap.
Maybe he sold them, and that's what he's giving the money to.
Right.
Wait, so he's got a place in his house for this? Where is he storing these?
At his parents' house.
Yes.
Look at that. All the bras thrown him on stage?
Yep.
Whoa.
That's what I'm saying. His nights are probably pretty crazy. Watch, he just goes back to the hotel and plays like checkers with his crew.
That's nuts, man. That bra collection is impressive. Yeah, and like Vicky said, there's probably some good money in those bras. Yeah. I mean, the bras ain't cheap.
Where did Drake play when he came? Was he Climate Pledge, or was he in the stadium? Is he at stadium level yet, or is he almost there?
I think he played at McDonald's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was.
I didn't know there was a concert series at McDonald's.
He was in the play pit.
Looks like his next show is going to be the Tacoma Dome.
Tacoma Dome, okay. Right. So he's an arena rock guy or arena venue guy.
All right, bring your bra, Danny.
All right.
There we go.
Bring your sign.
Yeah.
Sign and bra. Either way, just in case he's not going to do the sign thing anymore, you want to have at least a bra to throw out there.
But you can't go with the same sob story. He's already done the whole girlfriend left gist.
So you have to come up really creative with whatever you're going to do.
My grandma died.
Wow. Okay, not that creative.
Wow. $50,000.
See, I was thinking.
And in little parentheses, they'll say in 1998.
Yeah.
I work for a rock station and they don't want me to be here, but I came anyway.
He's going to give you $50,000 for that.
He'd probably give you $50 for that just to get you out of the place.
That's fine. I want $50.
Here you go, kid. Get out of here.
Apparently, back in August, he actually did play back-to-back shows at Climate Pledge Arena.
He did Climate Pledge Arena.
Yeah.
And he's coming back to the Tacoma Dome.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. Wow. When's he coming back to the Tacoma Dome?
November.
I bet there's timing behind that. Like maybe there's another event or a concert happening. Because I don't think it's like much less of. I don't know how many people the Tacoma Dome holds.
Oh, that's a good point. You're right.
But it holds a lot of people.
All right, there we go. All right, well, bring your bras, bring your signs, man.
Climate Pledge is Rockwood. Last night I think it was Avenged Sevenfold.
That's right.
Yeah. Were you in the pit, BJ?
I was in the pit, man.
That's why you seem like you're walking different.
That was at Climate Pledge. I thought that was at Tacoma Dome too.
Oh man, you might be right.
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder the pit was empty.
I was halfway thinking about doing the Tacoma Dome, and I was like, that's kind of far.
Yeah,
I think you're right.
Yeah, I was going to say, you know what? It was quite of a mile. It was a mile pit. Now I know why. I was at the wrong place.
Just you.
Just me hanging, going, dude, this is great. Hearing music in my head. No wonder people are looking at me weird. There's a recent study done that said that 84% of Americans admit to being petty sometimes. Oh, really? And the other, what? Really? The other 16% are lying.
100%.
Come on. So
at some point, you had to have been petty.
Yeah, I guess, talking about our significant other is the number one person we're petty to. Which makes sense. Those relationships are the deepest. And 22% said relationships are where they tend to be petty the most often. And road rage is next. So 22% said, in their relationships, that's where they get petty. But road rage, on the road, people are petty.
There have been times where someone's like, will be riding your butt and you're driving and you're just like, I'm going to slow down a little bit and be that. It's like, you're going to be a douche. I'm going to be a douche right back. Then most of the time, I'm just like, just get around me. I don't give a crap. But there are some days you catch you on the wrong day, and you're just like, screw you, man. Like, no, I'm not moving out of your way.
Yeah, I was in an Uber, and somebody flipped off my Uber driver, and I'm just like, that is so. Why would you antagonize? You don't know who's in the car. When you flip off somebody because they're not doing what you want them to do, and next thing you know, what if they're crazy?
People lose their minds behind the wheel.
Yeah,
you see it all the time. Oh, but what did you do in that situation? Did you tell the Uber driver that you have his back?
Oh no, I will definitely go. Look, I'm just a passenger. You know what? He is a horrible driver, and then I'm going to be on the side. Whoever looks like they're going to do the most damage, I will be on their side.
I know. Typically, I don't use Ubers, but if I do, it's when we're at our radio conventions and we're wasted. If I'm wasted in a car with someone who's driving and someone flipped them off, I'd be like, yo, we're all here with you. We got your back. Like, I'd be that idiot. Like, go there and flip him right. We'll all flip him off. We'll show him.
Oh, yeah, I'm getting out of that car.
And then next, we're in the news.
Yeah, I'm getting out of that car. Yeah.
Stupid radio personalities.
Yeah.
Flipped off, I'm angry man.
Yeah, next thing you know.
In the head with a bat.
Yeah, we didn't need that. Being petty at work is also a thing that people do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Does this count? I mean, I brought this up before. It's the dumbest, pettiest thing, but I always laugh at how petty I am about this. One time I said, and that's what's up on the Migs report, and it annoyed a listener. I said, stop saying that. I hate it. And so now I make it a point to finish every Migs report with that. It's solely to be petty towards just one listener.
It's the long game, too. You've been doing this for a long time.
Several years. I don't even know if that person still listens.
They probably don't because of that reason.
Quite possibly. But in my opinion, you got criticism. I mean, I think we're all willing to hear it. If you don't like something. But that to me was that is just a random dumb thing to be so bothered by. I'm going to lean into that hard. And I'm never going to give it up.
No. Never surrender.
That's what's up.
And that's petty.
It's super petty.
Super petty.
It's super stupid.
It is, and at the same time, sometimes that's how it is. With you especially, I am surprised at what the things that work you up.
It was that day. I don't know why. It might have been a day where we were getting a lot of text messages from people that were just kind of sometimes you get it's something in the air where everyone who's texting in has something to bitch about.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I was just like, this is what you've spent your time to text a random person that really you don't know, and you're just texting text line at a radio station because you're so mad about, and that's what's up. 4 words.
Yeah, 4 words, man. That's the internet right there for you.
And so I was like, you know what? That's now going to be the way I end every report.
That's how it goes.
That's so dumb.
Well, that's why for me, I think it's petty that I will not listen to 10 because I just know you will get so bummed if I like that. I feel like you have the only power I have over you is not listening to 10.
It's extremely petty, and it's also idiotic, if you ask me.
There we go. See, it gets you so upset. Look at you. It's like, I can't stop. It's a petty thing to do because, you really, really do love Pearl Jam. And, of course, I do, too. But the idea that I have not listened to 10 in its entirety, somehow the switch that doesn't get switched in you much gets flipped.
I want to somehow trick you into it one day.
How could you trick me into listening to a whole album?
If we're ever having to drive somewhere where we're driving for longer than 44 minutes.
Oh, yeah, you could do that.
Oh, that would be amazing. And I just crank it up to the highest volume. I'm like, sorry, can't hear you, BJ. Rocking out the Pearl Jam's 10.
Yeah, that's it. That's the way to get it done. I guess I'll be sure not to go driving with you for longer than, 45 minutes.
That's not even a far drive. That's like, hey, BJ, you want to come grab some food in Puyallup?
Yeah. No. Sometimes it can be like, hey, you want to go to Ballard?
Yeah.
You might listen to it twice.
Yeah, no rides from Steve.
Oh, I could get in cahoots with all your Uber drivers. And each Uber you take, I have them play a different Pearl Jam song.
Well, that is going to take some effort on your part. I would at least applaud you for actually putting that much time into something, which you probably...
No, maybe before we got this new puppy, I might have, but I got a lot of things.
Oh, yeah. Come on. DJ Strawberry Head's got a lot
DJ Strawberry Head is it keeps you very busy right now.
Next time we go to our radio convention and the Uber from the airport to the hotel.
Be like, yo, you want 5 stars and a tip? Play it.
10.
Gosh.
Well, I guess I'm taking my own Uber.
Pay off Alaska Airlines. Have to play it on his next flight.
How much is it going to get to get me the public address thing on the airlines? I just want to put it up against my phone for the next 45 minutes.
Oh, sure. Cool? That won't be a problem, sir. That'll be fine. Yeah, they'll be more than happy to accommodate you off the plane. Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one wrong.
What British singer duets with Dua Lipa on the song Cold Heart? It's a rough one for me.
Enrique Iglesias.
No.
Harry Styles.
No.
Pat Sajak.
No.
Pat Sajak is an amazing British singer. Nobody knew that about him.
That's why he's not doing Wheel of Fortune anymore.
He's done.
It's time to focus on his singing career.
Hello, Vanna, I'm leaving. We're looking for Sir Elton John.
Enrique Iglesias also not really a very...
Oh, he's very British. Very, very British. You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-803-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs at 8:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. How long is a bankruptcy going to affect my credit rating?
Of course, most of the time, by the time we're talking about filing a bankruptcy, the credit has already taken a huge hit. Chapter 7 is going to affect it more negatively than Chapter 13. Chapter 7 stays on your credit report for 10 years from the time you file. It usually takes 7 or 8 years for your credit scores to get back into the normal range in a Chapter 7 case. However, your credit will start to recover even in Chapter 7 after about a year. You'll be able to get credit again right away, usually before your case is even over. Chapter 13 stays on your credit report for 7 years and usually takes about 3.5 years for your credit to get back in the normal range. So Chapter 13 will mean your credit gets better much more rapidly.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Some companies are big, others are small. To Robert Half, their hiring needs are equally huge. At Robert Half, our specialized recruiting professionals elevate their expertise with proprietary AI tools to transform candidate discovery, assessment, and selection. Whether sourcing talent locally or in any geography that works for you, Robert Half can pinpoint hard-to-find candidates in finance and accounting, technology, marketing and creative, legal, and administrative and customer support. At Robert Half, we know talent.
Like any good agent, we're here for the open house, for the closing, for handing over keys. But because we're realtors, we're here for so much more. Agents who are realtors volunteer at nearly 3 times the national average. We're working to broaden access to credit, increase affordable housing supply, and ensure fair housing for all. And realtors are bound by a code of ethics. We're here for it all. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
Ready to start talking to your kids about financial literacy? Meet Greenlight, the debit card and money app that teaches kids and teens how to earn, save, spend wisely, and invest with your guardrails in place. Parents can send instant money transfers, automate allowance, and more. Plus, keep an eye on spending with real-time notifications. Join more than 6 million families building healthy financial habits together on Greenlight. Get your first month free at greenlight.com/Odyssey. That's greenlight.com/Odyssey.
Better health isn't always about the big things. Sometimes it's a nudge from a friend, or a head nod from a fellow jogger, or even a smile from across the breakfast table when you've decided to pass on the bacon. It's the little things that lead to better health, and Regence is here as a partner, opening doors to the care you need, no matter the size, because it all adds up to something big, a healthier you. Regence Blue Shield. Together we health.
Dealing with an accident and injury claim can be overwhelming. Let Phillips Law Firm fight for you. We understand the pain and suffering, and we're here to guide you through. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today for a free case review, or visit justiceforyou.com and let Phillips Law Firm help you on the road to recovery.
Looking to give the gift of pleasure? Add a little high heat to keep the desire burning. Or maybe you just need a little self-care. Come to Lovers for the best lingerie and toys to keep things hot this holiday. Save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow Rewards. Just mention Love20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow Rewards membership until November 30th. Some exclusions apply.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle, presenting Foo Fighters at T-Mobile Park Sunday, August 18th. Listen all week between 6 a.m. and 10 p.m. because that's where you get the code word. That code word is what could get you free tickets, because once you get it, text the code word to 206-803-ROCK. Oh, yeah. And maybe you'll get tickets to that Foo Fighters show next August.
I've seen them a few times, and they never, ever disappoint.
They never do?
No, man. They give you your money's worth, and if you get it for free, they definitely give you your money's worth.
Good point.
It's incredible how long of a set they'll play. It's like a storyteller's. Dave Grohl's always telling great stories, and the band always sounds phenomenal.
All right, here's the code word. Are you ready?
Yes.
The code word today is rope.
Aha.
R-O-P-E. The text word, or the word, I should say the word you should text is rope. So text it right now for your chance to win tickets. If you want more info, go to KISW.com.
Let's play Beat Migs. It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs. You're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know Matt from Puyallup is. Matt, are you there?
I am. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. All right, Steve, get out of here. For those playing at home, Matt has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you'll only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Ready.
The full name of the first Lord of the Rings movie is Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the what?
Ring.
Yes. How many U.S. states begin with the letter M?
5.
No.
6.
No.
7.
No. Don Henley is the founding member of what band?
Eagles.
Yes. What is the 7th sign of the zodiac?
Leo.
No.
No. Aquarius.
No.
Pass.
World War II started in what decade?
18th. Oh, I don't even know. Pass.
What restaurant can you build your own Grand Slam?
Denny's.
Yes. What is the correct name for the and symbol?
Ampersand.
Yes. Which American Idol winner has won the most Grammys?
Kelly Clarkson.
No.
Pass.
What country is the largest producer of green beans?
I'd pass that one too.
How many different colored ghosts were there in the original Pac-Man?
4.
Yes. And with that, you get 5 correct.
Well, right down the middle,
Right
there.
down the middle. A good 50%.
Yeah.
You know, half right, half wrong.
I feel like Steve's got this one.
You do.
I do. I feel
Hopefully
like,
he does, and hopefully I don't screw it up like I did in the previous game.
don't give answers away to Steve.
All right, birthday boy, are you ready?
Yes!
The full name of the first Lord of the Rings movie is Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the what?
King.
No.
Fellowship of the Woods?
No.
Fellowship of Narnia?
No. How many U.S. states begin with the letter M?
3.
No.
4.
No.
5.
No.
Damn it.
Don Henley is the founding member of what band?
Eagles.
Yes. What is the 7th sign of the zodiac?
Capricorn.
No.
Cancer.
No.
Libra.
Yes.
Wow.
World War II
It's Libra
started.
right now.
Yes. World War II started in what decade?
World War II started in the 40s?
No.
In the 30s?
Yes. What restaurant can you build your own Grand Slam?
That would be Denny's.
Yes. What is the correct name for the and symbol?
Ampersand.
Yes. Which American Idol winner has won the most Grammys?
Ooh, I'm going to go with Carrie Underwood.
Yes. What country is the largest producer of green beans?
What?
She is. What country is the largest producer of green beans?
America.
No.
I'm going to go Canada.
No.
Italy?
No. How many different colored ghosts were there in the original Pac-Man?
4.
Yes. And with that, you get 8 correct, which is a win. 8 to 5.
Sorry, Matt.
It's all good. Good game, Steve.
Thank you, my friend. Have a great day.
You're sampling the best.
I told you, Sarah. I told you he had this one.
He did.
I didn't feel good at first.
No, it wasn't good at first.
No.
I was getting worried, actually. I thought, wow, he may not have this one.
You don't win beat Migs in the first quarter.
No, you don't.
Sometimes you don't even win in the second quarter. You surely don't win it in the third quarter.
Nope.
When do you win it?
In the fourth quarter, baby.
Woo!
I am glad you got the 7th sign of the zodiac.
I know. It's
because-
like, why are you asking this question? What is the current sign?
Yes, I made that
Well,
question for you because you're a Libra.
I am
You're
a
a better
Libra.
man than me. Oh, well, it makes sense because you know your own sign. Okay, fair enough.
He almost didn't say it though. So
Yeah, I was like, how would I know what this month is? Oh, yeah. If I was born, I would.
Well, it's your birthday today, and
Yeah.
then they able to figure it
call.
out.
yeah. You're going to kick yourself. The full name of the Lord of the Rings movie is Lord of the Rings, the
Kings.
Fellowship of the... No, you said
Queen?
King.
No, I said king. I didn't know if I said queen.
No,
Kings.
what are they trying to do? What are they?
Fellowship of the Ring.
Yeah.
Aye, my precious.
My precious.
How many U.S. states begin with the letter M? There's a lot of them.
Yeah, I didn't realize.
8.
8? Whoa, that's a lot.
Yes.
I would never have said that.
And what country is the largest producer of green beans? China.
China.
China. Yeah.
I didn't know they made. Well, how come they don't always say like all the green beans in China? They say all the tea in China, but they should really start saying all the green beans in China.
No one cares about the green beans, I guess.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It's
Well,
not like
It's a strange flex there after all the green beans in China.
I wouldn't do it for all the green beans in China.
I mean, does anybody really go to a restaurant for the green beans? It's like it's just an add-on to something that's delicious.
Yeah, J-Rubs loves getting. He doesn't just get a whole thing of green beans, but he definitely gets it as a side.
There is one place that has phenomenal green beans, and BJ and I had it recently.
Oh.
Din Tai Fung.
Oh, yeah.
Yup.
Their appetizer with those green beans where it's like garlic and salt. It's so good.
And they're so simple. Like you and I can eat them as the plant-based weirdos. They didn't put any like bacon on it or something crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
Like drizzle it with like cheese or Parmesan or
Yep.
something.
And I do believe green and bean. I know that's I've had that a lot. Maybe it was a Northeastern thing, where you have like some kind of beans in there, kidney beans and green beans, and it's whatever sauce they use, and they call it green and bean. That's tasty. But I forget what's actually in it besides the beans and the greens.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's all you need, I guess, for it.
Yeah. What am I doing?
Well, congratulations, Steve, on beating
Oh, wait a
Matt.
minute. You know what? That's spinach and never mind. I'm an idiot.
Wow.
Yeah, the green beans aren't even in that. Never mind. I think it's spinach and kidney beans.
I'm an idiot.
Thank you. That's good, though. Green and bean is good. You ought to try it. All right, so Variety ranked the best Halloween movies ever.
Oh,
And
okay.
number one's going to shock you. You'll never guess number one.
Oh, Home Alone.
Yeah, that's the one.
Die Hard. Is Die Hard a Halloween movie too?
Why not? We call
Do
it
they
a
eat
Christmas
chocolate
movie.
during the film? I mean,
They probably do.
yeah.
Yeah. Anybody want to take a guess at the number one movie? You'll never guess the number one Halloween movie ever.
Never guess it.
Well,
Yeah.
based on how you're saying it has to be Halloween.
There you go. You're a winner. Danny didn't figure that out.
I didn't.
He didn't get the sarcasm. Yeah, that's the number one Halloween movie for Halloween is Halloween.
I mean, really, it should be Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus is number 2, Dan.
Yes, thank
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's number 2 on the list.
I was going to say, if Halloween's number one, then Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street should be number 2.
But those aren't Halloween-esque, right? Because, like, Friday the 13th happens on Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
You know,
this
here you are bringing logic into this argument. No, I didn't even think about that. I just assumed that scary movies are meant for Halloween.
You're not wrong, right?
Right.
Especially there is a Friday the 13th this October, by the way.
Oh, well, maybe it'll be in there.
It should be.
If Halloween's in the movie, though. The idea is Halloween has to be just like, that's why they call Die Hard a Christmas movie, because it happens during Christmas time.
Yeah.
And so number 3 is a movie called Trick or Treat.
I don't even know that.
Oh, yeah. That's a cult classic. It has the little, like, orange guy.
I don't know the orange guy.
He looks like a little scarecrow.
Oh, really?
I don't know anything about this film.
No.
It's super campy.
I've seen the orange guy.
Yeah.
Well, it's number 3 Halloween movie.
What an easy Halloween costume that would be.
Yeah.
Just put a sack over your head.
Danny, your favorite movie is number 4.
Titanic?
Well,
American Pie?
Halloween-based movie.
Well, I'm going to disagree with it, but Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, yeah? You don't think it should be a Halloween movie?
No, it just goes. There's so much argument with it. I've just done with that argument this year.
It's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, people go Christmas. It's Halloween. It's whatever.
It's not a Nightmare Before Halloween.
But it starts the movie off being Halloween.
During Halloween. Yeah.
Yeah, like they're celebrating Halloween.
So it does both. Yeah. It's a Christmas movie and a Halloween movie. Yeah. Okay.
It's a long-ass movie.
Sure is.
Yeah.
That was Nightmare Before Christmas was in 1993.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so far I've only seen one of these films.
You've never seen Nightmare Before Christmas?
I've seen clips.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's never really been one that I've actually sat down and watched from. I'm sure I'd like it. I like Tim Burton films.
You should show it to Tatum this Halloween.
Should he?
Yes.
I feel like it's a little scary for.
That's what I used to watch when I was that age.
And look what happened to you.
Oh,
yeah, I'm trying to avoid that. So I might just stick with maybe I'll just go watch the Paw Patrol movie.
Of course, I did show Starship Troopers to Joey when he was like 6 or 7, and that was very disturbing. Yeah, so I really can't speak. Number 5 on the list is Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. So Halloween is up there in the top 5.
Haven't seen that one. I've only seen Halloween, and then what was the one like H2O?
Oh yeah.
I saw that one.
Yeah, that was the 20th anniversary.
With Jamie Lee Curtis is back and all that. Yeah.
Pumpkinhead is the number 6 Halloween movie.
Never seen that one.
And
I'm clearly not a Halloween movie guy.
Well, number 7 is interesting to me because I feel like it should be higher on the list because it was pretty much the biggest movie of the 80s. I think it's, I mean, has it really lost favor that much that it doesn't even make the top 5?
What is it?
And it's E.T., the extraterrestrial, that happened during Halloween.
You know, I forget that that's a Halloween movie, but of course, the Reese's Pieces. And
yeah, that doesn't occur to me as a Halloween movie.
I don't think about E.T. as a Halloween movie.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe none of us think of it that way, even though I guess it must have taken place during Halloween. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because they were trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they were running around doing what they were doing.
And he was like a ghost, right?
Yeah. So,
Elliot.
How is that, even if it qualifies as a Halloween movie, how is that not the biggest one?
How weird are we that we're like, I don't even think of it as a Halloween movie. The whole movie is about them during Halloween.
It is, I know. It's weird. Well, that's so there you go. Donnie Darko is a Halloween movie. Kind of forgot about that.
I still haven't seen that movie.
You know,
I kind of refused to see it because I
weird.
I worked at Hot Topic when they had all the merch, and I just got kind of tired of it.
I'll be honest. I pushed hard on like one of my buddies to see it, and unfortunately, we ended up watching the director's cut, and the director's cut was trash.
Oh, yeah.
But even like as we were sitting there watching, I'm like, I feel like this is just a movie that just has to come upon you and like it just happens. Like I don't feel like this is a movie you can hype up to someone because it's so freaking weird.
It is
that. They're going into it with like some kind of expectation that you've provided for them, and
no, it can never live up.
I almost feel like you just have to like just one day be like, I'm just going to watch this random movie, and then you just kind of go on your own adventure with it. It's so weird. It's such a strange film. Even watching it back with my buddy, I'm like, why do I even like this movie? Why did I recommend it? It's so odd.
Number 9 on this list is The House of a Thousand Corpses.
Is that the Rob Zombie?
Yes.
Oh, all right, good for Rob. Number 10, again, I didn't know this was a Halloween movie. I don't think any of us did. Very, very famous movie. Don't even know it's considered a Halloween movie. The Karate Kid.
Okay.
You know, we want to argue about E.T. When he got beat up by all the bad dudes, they were all dressed as skeletons because it was a Halloween party.
Yeah.
I forgot all about that.
I guess that's a Halloween movie,
Which they call the Halloween dance fight.
Yeah.
I don't remember why it was a dance fight. But
yeah, and it is the Halloween dance where it happens. You're right.
But he got his ass kicked.
Yeah, all right. So, but Danny's not buying it. He's not buying the Karate Kid being a Halloween
take
movie.
E.T. out of it too.
Well, then you got to take Nightmare Before Christmas out of it.
I said that's fine.
Oh, never mind.
So then, then why don't we take all the Halloween movies out? Because scary movies are scary movies. If it's not about Halloween, then we take every movie out of this list.
Well, all those happened at Halloween, though, I think. Right?
Yeah, but so did E.T. and so did the Karate Kid. They all happened at Halloween.
You know what? Let's just get rid of the whole list.
Yeah, I mean, it's like there's a lot of great scary movies.
Someone brought up a very interesting point. How about Huey Halloween, the Adam Sandler movie?
It's the greatest one of all time, right?
Surprisingly,
I
not
want to
on
go
the
back
list.
and watch that again. That was also one of those movies that got too hyped up for me, and I watched it. I'm like, this is a pile.
You're not going to like it.
I know they all like it the second go round.
I really don't.
I can't believe he doesn't like it because he likes so much crap.
Yeah.
Who are we talking about?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
He likes more of the refined crap.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, as he's in his older age, you're getting more refined.
It's just more artistic crap that I.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah. All right, fair enough. And Danny's low. He's lowbrow crap.
Yeah.
You're highbrow crap.
Thank you.
It is time for Listeners on the Loose. This is where you pick the topic, you guide the show. Call us, text us, 206-803-ROCK. We'll take those calls. We'll take those texts at 9:20 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose, brought to you by Kia of Puyallup. 206-803-ROCK, the number to call, the number to text. And don't forget, man, Steve does have a rule.
It's a simple rule, BJ. It's to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, we are going to have to gong you. And then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
Listeners on the loose, 206-803-ROCK.
Someone just texted in saying there was a poll done on the least liked Halloween candy. But out of these, which would you actually like? And they texted in the full poll. So at number 10 is Good and Plenty. At number 9 is Black Licorice. Number 8, Tootsie Rolls. Number 7, Mary Jane. Number 6, Smarties. But they said that they're the American Smarties, not the awesome Canadian Smarties. Number 5 is Wax Cola Bottles. Number 4, was it Necco Wafers?
Oh, yeah.
Number 3, Peanut Butter Kisses. Number 2, Candy Corn. And number 1, Circus Peanuts.
Gosh, a lot of these are just like, are they still making them? Good and Plenty I really like. It's sweet licorice, like with a it's not chocolate, but it's a sweet shell around licorice, and that's the way I like my licorice.
Yeah, I'm not a big licorice guy, although I would go.
I didn't know what those were.
Sorry. I would go Twizzlers or that kind of licorice.
See, I don't like licorice. That's why Good and Plenty it sweetened it up for me. It gave me sort of like that candy coated shell. Otherwise, I'm not a licorice guy. So, but I can see your point. If you love licorice, yeah, that's not the best delivery system.
How do we put Peanut Butter Kisses on this list? Anything with peanut butter is delicious.
I don't know. How are Peanut Butter Kisses? Are they?
That didn't sound right.
I'm trying to think of I'll have a Reese cup. I'll have Reese's Pieces. But I don't know the last time I had a peanut butter kiss to tell you whether or not I really care.
I'd never seen these before or heard of them.
Honestly, I haven't either. I just see it on the thing. I'm like, I would try it. You know which one messes with my head? It's the Reese's peanut butter cup that's made to look like a pumpkin.
Oh, yeah.
You don't like those?
I just expect that I'm going to taste something pumpkin in it, and it's not.
Fair. Yeah.
Which is so stupid. Just because it's shaped like a pumpkin, I expect it's going to taste like a pumpkin.
Well, how many pumpkin things were there out there before pumpkin spice went crazy? Before, I would agree with you, Steve. You wouldn't even think about it. But now you got to wonder, am I getting a pumpkin flavored anything? Because they got pumpkin flavored no-name cakes back.
My wife busted out pumpkin spiced popcorn yesterday.
Oh.
Any good?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Actually, pretty good. It wasn't overpowering.
All right.
See, well, that's what, I'm not, I used to be the big, pumpkin spice latte guy. And it's I think that for me, the flavor got so overpowering for me that's why I like the pumpkin cream cold brew now. Because it's not as, crazy pumpkin spice. You know what I mean? It just has, the subtle hints of pumpkin.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I only do one shot. No matter whatever drink I'm getting from Starbucks, I'm like, dude, whatever shot you put in, I just want the one. And I want to taste coffee.
What's the difference between American Smarties and Canadian Smarties? And also, American Smarties are amazing.
American Smarties are more patriotic.
It looks like they're chocolate, almost like an M&M.
What? Wait, what? Canadian Smarties are M&Ms, basically?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. I remember hearing about this. They're not even Smarties.
Oh. Yeah, that is weird how different countries do have, a whole different candy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to attack Canada because they usually deliver with some of their random snacks and foods. Most of the time, whenever I have something from Canada, it's only specific to Canada. I'm like, why don't we have this here in the United States? We're very close.
Yeah, I feel like doesn't Canada have the Milky Way bar that's more like a Three Musketeers, or is that England? And then we had to name it Three Musketeers because we already had a Milky Way. Mm-hmm. But I think that's the story of that. It's that fluffy Three Musketeers goodness, but I think it is a different thing in England. Again, because different countries, they go, hey, let's do what we're going to do.
I don't think I've ever tried the circus peanut thingies.
Oh, they're gross.
Are they?
God, they're so bad.
You expect them to be good because they look like fun.
Yeah.
And they have circus in the name and peanuts. And I'm like,
imagine.
It's like eating styrofoam.
I was going to say, they look like foam, like the material you get out of a mattress.
Well, I just always thought it was going to be like a marshmallow. Like almost like
You're
a
right.
peep,
It's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And it's not. It's really not tasty.
You should get some.
It's like eating chalk and styrofoam together. A wonderful combo.
Oh, good.
Well, based on this, we should definitely get one.
Yeah, that and the Necco wafers. Who likes those Necco wafers? Oh, my God, those things they break your teeth and taste like,
I feel like I'm the only person
for that
who
reason.
Really?
I don't mind Necco wafers.
Oh, God. It's
you
like
suck on them a little bit, get them nice and soft, and then you chew down.
Is that a sugar film, or did somebody forget to wash them? I never know with Necco wafers what the hell is going on with them.
How do you guys feel about Tootsie Rolls? I'm a fan.
No.
Especially Tootsie Pops, but if there's Tootsie Rolls there, I will eat them.
I like the different flavored Tootsie Rolls.
You don't like the chocolate ones?
I mean, I could live without them. And honestly, I don't like them in my lollipops. Get out of my lollipop.
They need to be gum, right?
Honestly, just give me a full lollipop. Like, why waste space with gum, with Tootsie Rolls? Like, just go full bore candy.
It's the nostalgia. It's like, how many licks does it take to get to the center? Like,
30.
You got to do it.
Yeah, I was at a restaurant and they had a whole bowl of Halloween candy. Somebody told me about it. I'm like, this is awesome. I went up there. It was all Tootsie Roll products. I'm like, nope.
But I mean, out of the 10 of these, I would devour Tootsie Rolls. Everything else just sounds yucky.
My mom's a big fan of the black licorice. I don't know, like every time we go, especially like at like the state fairs, because they do like the not as sweet ones or something, but she always has to buy a bag of it, and I've never understood it.
And they're all like, dude, someone wants this bag that we've had for the last 15 years. Sell it to her.
Yeah.
Yeah, licorice doesn't do it for me, unless, of course, it's candy coated. Good and plenty style.
You know what? That kind of ruined Jägermeister for me. Not that I think just drinking too much Jägermeister in my 20s ruined Jägermeister for me.
Yeah.
But I remember I was such a big fan of Jägermeister. I'm like, yeah, it's amazing. Get you wasted. And then someone's like, it just tastes like licorice. And I never even thought about it until they said it. And then I couldn't untaste that. And then even though like it was always there, I just never made the connection. You know, sometimes you just don't make that connection until someone spells it out for you.
Sure.
Oh, I was so mad because I was like, I don't like licorice. Now I don't like Jägermeister.
That is so weird, though. You didn't get that licorice taste and go, this is horrible.
No, it's funny how your mind works. And then once you put it in my mind, then all of a sudden, Jaeger was not tasty.
Damn, whoever that person was, find him.
Okay.
Hunt him down.
I've moved on, you know.
Yeah, I suppose.
Fireball.
I suppose that's
and
healthy.
Moved on to Pink Whitney. It's like every decade has like their own like easy shot to get wasted off of.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's exciting. To think about like what's the next one going to be,
right? Can you think like it was Jaeger for a while? Then obviously Fireball. They took control. They took control of that market.
Yep.
I mean, for me personally, Pink Whitney,
and I'll agree. I mean, at that point, that's literally what people buy these days: vodka, pink lemonade. It's so good.
It's quick and easy, and it gets you wasted.
There we go.
That should be their slogan: "We're quick, easy, and we'll get you wasted."
Little Malibu rum. That I'll try. But I'm not a shot guy.
I can't have with Malibu rum anymore.
Yeah.
Because I was an idiot in college and I got dumped by a girl and I'm like, I'm going to show her I'm going to get drunk by myself on the porch of my house because I'll get her back.
Yeah.
And so I went to the liquor store and what did I buy? A bottle of Malibu rum.
Ooh.
And this idiot named Steve Migs sat on a porch and just drank out of the bottle. Malibu rum all night long. Like I think I was in my head. I was like, well, maybe at some point she'll walk by and just see how much of a mess I am and want me back. I don't know what
You should have poured that into a different bottle because even the bottle is
It was so sad.
Sad and
Even like all my buddies, they came back from like wherever they were going, like out drinking, and they're like, Migs, what are you doing? I'm like, she left me. Like,
it's sad in a sadder way. Oh,
go
God.
get something else. Go in the house. Like, we've got beer.
Get anything.
We've got booze.
I'm up to the Pina Colada song is just going through my head over and over.
Just sucking down this Malibu. I've never had Malibu rum again.
Yeah.
That was the last time I ever did it. Got wasted off of that.
Good memories.
Nah. Really sad memories.
Really sad?
Perfect day to remember them.
You pick the topic. You guide the show. It is Listeners on the Loose. Call us. Text us. 206-803-ROCK. Take more of your calls, more of your texts at 9:33 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs. Mornings on The Rock. 99.9 KISW.
It's time to talk about Felix, the pet insurance brand made just for cats. Starting at under $1 a day, you can get whisker-to-tail protection with a plan as unique as your cat. Sorry, dogs. This customizable coverage is exclusively for feline friends. Learn more at FelixCatInsurance.com. That's FelixCatInsurance.com. Get it? Meow.
Insurance is underwritten by Independence American Insurance Company and produced by Independence Pet Group. Pre-existing conditions are not covered. Visit FelixCatInsurance.com/terms for all terms and limitations.
From the very beginning, your kids mean everything to you. That means you do anything for them, especially if they're at risk. So when it comes to type 1 diabetes, screen it like you mean it. Because even if just one person in the family has it, your child is up to 15 times more likely to get it too. Screen it like you mean it. Because type 1 diabetes can develop at any age. And once you get results, you can get prepared for your child's future. So screen it like you mean it. Type 1 starts long before there are symptoms. But one blood test could help you spot it early, before they need insulin, and could lower the risk of serious complications like diabetic ketoacidosis or DKA. Talk to your doctor about how to screen for type 1 diabetes, because the more you know, the more you can do. So don't wait. Tap now or visit screenfortype1.com to learn more. Again, that's screenfortype1.com. Screen it like you mean it.
This holiday season, make your journey memorable with Travel Centers of America, where our motto is simple: return every traveler to the road better than they came. Avoid any hassle and stop at our one-stop shop for all your holiday travel needs. Fuel up, indulge in delicious snacks, and dine at one of our full-service restaurants. Hit the road with peace of mind knowing we've got you covered. For more info, go to ta-petro.com. Travel Centers of America, your road to happy travels.
Transit is better with an Orca card. Here's why. 1. It's easy. Just tap and pay your way onto Metro and all other public transit around the Sound. 2. Your tap shows us when and where you're riding the most, so Metro can serve you better. And 3. Orca cards are for everyone. 18 and younger now ride free with a free youth Orca card. So what are you waiting for? Get an Orca card. Tap for transit and make your ride count today. Visit kingcounty.gov/tap for transit.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. It's listeners on the loose. 206-803-ROCK, the number to call, the number to text. Let's go to Ryan and Ole. Ryan, you are on the Rock.
Hey, good morning, gents.
Yo. Ryan, what you got for us today, buddy?
I just wondering what you guys doing with your spare time when you get it.
Oh, how about, well, what do you do, Ryan? You get, how much spare time do you get, and what do you like to do?
I have 4 kids, and they're all in school right now, so I'm going salmon fishing. I thought I'd call and talk to you guys. Yeah, it's really exciting. Don't get to do it much anymore, but we're going to head down here. It's pretty exciting time in the Northwest with the rains coming. The fish start running up the creeks, and I thought I'd mention also that the Tumwater Falls Park, the salmon are running up to the hatchery there, and they have these new see-through tanks. So if you wanted to take Tatum or somebody out there, sort of see these salmon swimming up the river there. And
oh, that's cool.
It's pretty exciting. It's going to be nice weather, so I figured it'd be a good chance to get out.
I'm glad you said, because I know when we've gone like the aquarium, they have like that spot where it's kind of like you can see like the tanks to see through for like when it shows like the salmon going upstream or whatever, and she was fascinated by that. So that does sound like a lot of fun.
Nice. Yeah, they just redid the park. It's really, really exciting time for the salmon and the fishermen. So I just thought I'd see what you guys are doing with your spare time.
Yeah,
now that the Mariner season's over with, maybe you'll have a couple more hours to do something like that.
I'm in that weird like window where it sounds like he now is out of that, where now the kids are in school. I'm looking at that light at the end of the tunnel one day. I'm like, and don't get me wrong, I love hanging out with Tatum, but it would be nice to like have a couple extra minutes of some free time. And when school comes around, I might get a nap in or something. And now with this puppy too, forget it. Like,
new puppy.
It's like nonstop, go. Even yesterday, I was like, I'll get to sit down now and enjoy the Seahawks game. And I didn't realize that it became hours of Tatum trying to like create new scenarios to put this puppy through. And I'm like, how about just letting the puppy just rest? And he's just like, what if we take the puppy and put it in the bathtub right now, Daddy? I'm like, no. How about we let the puppy just rest?
Oh boy, the puppy thing. Puppies usually have a ton of energy, but how about they're like, oh my kid, this kid's beating me on energy.
100%. Yeah. Oh yeah. This it was a DJ Strawberry Head is the name of the puppy.
Yeah.
It's named by Tatum. Somebody even asked, how's Lulu doing with DJ Strawberry Head?
Yeah, is Lulu getting better accepting TJ? Oh, that's good.
Dude, and one day, what a difference it makes. I mean, it's an uphill battle because Lulu's blind. So imagine being a blind dog and you just don't know when this random animal is just going to jump on you. And that's really, because, we're really cool with Lulu, like making sure we get nearer and like, that way she doesn't get startled. This dog doesn't have any chill.
No.
And she's like, so at first, like Lulu's just like trying to hide from the damn dog. And now eventually Lulu's like finally like, we'll like give it a little like a bark back just to kind of like be like, hey, piss off at first. And now, but now Lulu's looking for her. Like she's just walking around aimlessly looking for this dog, and it's really cute. And like last night they were both like cuddling on the couch, and I'm like, okay, I think we've had a little bit of a turn in this. The weird thing though, and I didn't think about it because Lulu's been blind for over a year. My wife and I are still having a hard time adjusting to knowing that this dog can see. I know that sounds crazy.
Oh yeah,
but like whenever like something would happen, I'm like, oh. Sid, look, the dog found you. And she's like, yeah, it's kind of, oh, wait, yeah, the dog has eyes that work.
Yeah, that's why the dog, yeah.
It's weird when you've gotten so accustomed to having a dog that's blind to all of a sudden realize, oh, everything we do, this dog can see us doing it and will adjust accordingly. Because, we can do stuff right in front of Lulu and she has no idea what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
Like just like whatever it is. And now with this dog, like it reacts every time you like move.
It's a dog that has all its senses again. Damn it.
You kind of got spoiled to have
Yeah,
this,
you're like
chill blind dog.
Yeah, now you got the puppy.
Yeah, but she's awesome, dude. And it's been fun just watching. Like I get it now. Everyone talks about how great it is, the relationship between a child and their dog. And I'm witnessing it now.
I wish I could remember that. My kids did not take to the dog too well.
Well, your dog was like the spawn of Satan.
It really was. You're right.
This hairless maniac.
It was.
That
And
you named Angel.
Had a bad disposition. This new dog that my wife has is actually, he's very friendly and very cool. I think that I think everyone's going to love him when they see him because he just loves everybody. He doesn't have a problem with anybody.
We got a text that says, hey, can you guys talk a little bit about the Psychedelic Furs and their show tonight, the Paramount? What are one of your favorite songs from the band?
Whoa, the Psych Furs are still in business?
I did not realize that they were touring.
What?
They've never been a band I'm a fan of. I honestly had to go and Google after I saw this text, like, what are Psychedelic Furs songs? And the only one I know is Pretty in Pink.
Yeah. Isn't she pretty in pink?
And that was part of the soundtrack for the movie, wasn't it?
I think.
Or I just assume it was.
Yeah. Love My Way was a good one. I'm looking at the list. Yeah, that's they had a couple of hits in the 80s. Wow. Do they have new stuff? I mean,
You're asking me. I don't even know any of their songs, man.
Yeah, well, that was during that was during my youth, in my 20s. The Psych Furs were a great band. I didn't know they were still doing stuff, but I recently found out Gary Newman was still doing stuff. So
I mean, they put out a record back in 2020.
Oh, okay.
Called Made of Rain. I don't know if I don't know if maybe a new record just came out or they're planning one, but
even still, 2020 is very recent. I mean, that's almost 40 years after they did their other stuff.
Yeah. I'm not seeing anything. I'm just going to Wikipedia, but maybe they're just doing a tour just to make some money.
Yeah. Well, that's they were a fun band. Part of that new wave sound. All those bands, the Thompson Twins and Flock of Seagulls, all that stuff that you hate.
I know that to me was like the 80s alt rock. Like that was like what was before the 90s era of alternative rock, which was more guitar driven and a little bit more raw in the production. I was never a fan of any of those. Even Depeche Mode, The Cure. Like I could find a couple songs I could tolerate, but I've never been like, I'm going to spend an afternoon listening to Depeche Mode or Psychedelic Furs.
That new wave sound where they just played with synthesizers and whatever, all the weird kind of stuff they could do, all the computerized stuff,
and their silly hair.
Yeah,
I'm saying that as a fan of hair metal. I'm taking shots at their hairstyles.
So again, news to me that they're even in business. So that's cool that they're actually doing a show.
Well, tonight's the night, baby.
Where's it happening again? Do we know?
At the Paramount.
Oh, all right. That's a hell of a show. Look at them.
The texter says, I love the Psychedelic Furs. I saw them at Zoo Tunes before COVID. A really fun show. So they played at the zoo.
Okay. Well, hold me now. Oh, no, that's the Thompson Twins. Never mind.
I was like, I don't even know what that means, but I'm not holding you, BJ.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, the Psych Fur. Boy, that brings me back. But I cannot tell you the last time I heard a Psychedelic's first song. So that's very nostalgic for me.
Oh. Speaking of nostalgia, somebody texted in and said, hey, I just saw that Blossom could be coming back, but as a drama. What TV sitcom would you like to see be rebooted, but as a drama?
Yeah, that's where Maya Bialik is really 100% behind this, and she wants to get everybody back, and she's waiting for the actors' strike to end. The writer's strike is over, so that's half the battle. And yeah, she says she wants to bring back these deep characters: a child of divorce, a recovering drug addict, an alcoholic, to see them in a whole new way. Was that all part of the show, but it was just a comedy?
I don't recall any of that.
I don't either. Was she a child of divorce, and was there a recovering drug addict and all that stuff in the show?
Or are they trying to make it now one of the members of Blossom has a kid? Because they're older now, dude. They're going to be in their 40s. If Joey Lawrence is like hooked on crack, I'm in.
Yeah, okay. I was wondering if Blossom herself would be hooked on something. Well, she's got to be the single mom, right?
I would think.
Yeah, I know, or that she's got a. I don't know. All right,
I'm torn on that because didn't Fresh Prince of Bel-Air did a serious reboot? Yeah. And I tried watching an episode.
That's right. Is that still going?
It might be. And I know a lot of people really dug it. It didn't really stand. Without Will Smith, it just wasn't the same for me.
Yeah, that's the problem, is that if you do a reboot and you make it a drama and they're all actors you don't know, and the only thing you know is it's the story, but you still got to be like, well, I really just want to laugh. That was the whole thing I remember about that show. And same thing I imagine with Blossom. Maybe that's what Blossom is doing, getting that idea from that reboot.
Right. I didn't mind a special episode of the Prince of Bel-Air every so often. I don't want every episode to be a special episode of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, thinking about reboots, like what would I want them to bring back?
Like a sitcom.
I got one. Well, yeah? No. Don't say it.
What do you think I'm going to say?
I know what you're going to say.
What do you think I'm going to say?
Say Alf.
You know it?
Yeah.
But this time around, he's an alien killer.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's really a freaky killing alien.
He's not just
friendly at
eating
all.
cats. He's eating humans.
Okay. That might be something.
Yeah.
That actually could be a thing. And it'll be very serious. Or is it going to be a dark comedy?
No, it's serious.
Okay.
It's in a serious reboot. This is going to be a serious version of Alf.
Okay, serious version of Alf.
I think you'd give it a shot. It's kind of sci-fi-esque.
All right. I guess that's all right. So now I got to think of a situation comedy where I want a serious reboot of the situation. Oh, how about Gilligan's Island? But really, they all eat each other. Well, it'll be like Gilligan's Yellow Jackets. They all eat each other on the island.
Okay. Well, the skipper's out quick.
Oh, he's going to make a good
body
meal.
shame, but
Yeah, he's going to make a good meal, Skipper.
Yeah, I'm eating him over like Marianne.
Yeah.
Ooh, I know what I want.
Yeah.
Golden Girls. Because
a serious Golden Girls.
So there's been a few episodes where
struggling with being old?
No, there was one occasion where one of them hooks up with a guy and in the morning he wakes up dead. That actually happened on an episode. So what if it's now their grandchildren trying to piece together this mystery of trying to figure out who these dudes are, but because they had all these dudes coming and going, they don't know who's who. They can go with that.
All right. Golden, but it's the reboot. So it's about them? Are they the stars? Are they all
dead?
But they're all dead. So the grandchildren.
We can't bring them back.
Okay.
Because their grandchildren would probably be in their 30s or 40s now.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. I don't know. And you.
I'd be down just because you could still show
you're obsessed
clips.
with Golden Girls.
I am right now. Yes.
Golden Girl Files.
Exactly.
They called or something.
Oh, yeah.
There's been some weird stuff that happened in that house.
See, my first thought was Saved by the Bell, but then I was thinking about it and I was like, well, they basically already did that with Beverly Hills 90210. It was like the drama of California teens instead of being a funny Zach Morris. But yeah, I would like to see Saved by the Bell and Zach Morris is the real douche of it all and all that.
What about Married with Children?
Oh, but is a
Al Bundy?
Whoa, is a real drama where they have real issues.
He's related to Ted Bundy.
Okay. All right, I like that.
And there's him and the dog. They were the ones that were killing people.
Yeah.
So poor Ted's
I
told
killed the dog because the dog tried to snitch on him, but then they realized he doesn't speak English. So.
Told you the whole time it wasn't me.
Okay.
That's what Ted said the whole time. Told you it was my brother Al.
Someone said cheers. Would there just be a bunch of alcoholics hanging out at 8 a.m.?
Yeah, that's exactly what it would be.
I feel like that's the best way to go with that.
Yeah, everybody going to the bar, ignoring their real life problems and their family.
How about a Golden Girls prequel?
Ooh. Oh, back when they were really getting it done. All right. That would be an interesting show, too.
Somebody also said, speaking of television, haven't you watched the new Bachelor, the Golden Bachelor, LOL?
I have not yet. Sarah might be. Have you watched it, Sarah?
She's watching it tonight.
Oh, okay. So she hasn't seen it yet.
Girl got kicked off the island.
The old girl.
Yeah. He doesn't look that old to me. I mean, I know he's old, but I've seen a picture of the guy. He doesn't look that old.
Super old guy.
Well, I want people to look like me. He looks like, he looks.
How old is he?
He looks fantastic.
Guess how old he is, BJ?
I mean, he looks like he might be in his 50s.
He's 72.
Nice. He's 72? Is it the guy that...
So you're younger than him.
Yeah, he's way older than you.
Oh, my, look at him. He's 72. He does not look 72.
He looks younger than Danny.
Yeah, he's... He
Wait
really...
a minute.
See, this I knew. So really, it's just basically the plastic bachelor.
Well, I think this picture that we're looking at, the press picture, is touched up.
Well, I guess. I mean, we'll have to see him. Well, there he is there. Oh,
he looks a little bit older, in the actual, like the shots from the show.
He's not 72.
He looks great. He's clearly, coloring his hair.
Yeah, and these women also don't look like they're that old either, really.
Honestly, I'm looking at that picture of him. I would have guessed maybe early 50s.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, but these women, they're the same thing, Steve. I would be like... I mean, how old are these women? They look like housewives, and those housewife ladies are what, in their 50s, 40s and 50s?
I don't know. Do we have a list of did they list the age?
They should if it's the golden, unless they're talking about some other kind of golden thing that, R. Kelly's involved with.
Is there a rule?
There they are. I found a chart of all their ages, and it's 60s to 70s.
I kind of watch this one.
I know. BJ really should be on this all day.
I just, the whole concept of The Bachelor, I cannot believe women are into this show and women do not have a problem with this show, where they all are trying to win this one dude.
It's a love story.
Oh, is that what it is? Yeah, that's how every love story is. I remember I told Sarah, I go, here's what you need to do. You're going to someday get in a room full of a bunch of women and hopefully fall in love with the right guy. The only guy there is he's banging all of them.
The Golden Bachelor. This man meets 22 women and forgets all their names and also forgot to wear his own pants.
72 years old. That would be me if I was on there.
this charming 72-year-old patriarch from Indiana is the first Golden Bachelor.
Well, we'll see how it does because, I mean, you know, they're pretty people. It really looks like I'm watching Dynasty.
Yeah, it's showcasing that love stories only get better
with age. Yeah, sure they do. Oh, ABC. All right. Well, congratulations.
But it has me curious.
So Sarah's going to watch it.
I might have to check this out myself. I ran it by my wife. I don't think she seemed as interested as I was.
Yeah, you wonder if they're going to get as crazy. That's the one thing I want to know is like those younger people get crazy.
I feel like when you're like in your 60s, all bets are off. Like you hear about like all those retirement village homes. And
Did you not watch the Golden Girls? They were banging left, right, and center.
Vicky, nobody has watched the Golden Girls as much as you.
I'm only asking if you've seen it once. It's all about them being whores. I love it. They're like just embracing their slutdom.
Have you watched Hot in Cleveland yet?
No, not yet.
Yeah, but you know of that show. Oh, yeah. I feel like once you get done with Golden Girls, you got to make the transition. All right, we have a big question that has to be answered. It has nothing to do with the Golden Girls, Golden Bachelors, Golden anythings. What do Ryan Castle and Post Malone have in common? Oh, you know I'm going to tell you. I'll do that at 9:52 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and Post Malone have in common?
Yeah, I've collaborated with Ozzy before.
Yeah, oddly enough, you're right.
Yeah, I've spent some studio time with Ozzy Osbourne before.
No lines right there.
I've also gotten hammered with Andrew Watt a couple of times.
All right.
See?
You have a lot in common.
One degree of separation.
Damn, dude. Good for you.
Migs is a fan of both of them having stuff on their face.
Yeah.
Tattoos.
Right.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Post Malone, I'm thinking this is not going to be a surprise to anybody, but Post Malone, I really realized he's a super geek. He has this interesting hobby where he forges swords.
What does that even mean?
He makes swords.
Yeah, like a blacksmith.
Yeah.
I didn't know forging meant making. Why don't they say he makes swords?
Yeah. Because I guess they call it forging when you're doing that thing.
Yeah.
That sounds like he's like trying to like stab people. I'm forging.
It was that before there were checks that you could forge.
Yeah. Exactly. He says there's nothing better than a cold beer, some good music, and just a hot-ass piece of metal, and you're effing wailing on it.
Dude, he had me up till metal.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Beer and hot ass.
Yeah.
He says it's the most manly thing you can do.
A hot-ass piece of metal.
Yeah.
You had me.
Now we have a hot-ass 12-pack. That's coming up next.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. How much does bankruptcy cost?
Well, bankruptcy costs, of course, vary depending on what type of case you're filing. There's a certain amount of court costs and other out-of-pocket costs that you're going to have in any case. The filing fees in a bankruptcy case are about $300, whether you file Chapter 7 or Chapter 13. One of the things to watch out for when you're shopping for bankruptcy attorneys or looking at the different cost options is that a lot of times, especially the really cheap places, don't tell you up front about all the court costs and whatnot that you're going to have to pay in addition to the attorney fees. So make sure that you get the full picture when you're comparing prices of bankruptcy lawyers on what the attorney fees are, how much your court costs are going to be, so that you can really make a true comparison.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com.
Some companies are big, others are small. To Robert Half, their hiring needs are equally huge. At Robert Half, our specialized recruiting professionals elevate their expertise with proprietary AI tools to transform candidate discovery, assessment, and selection. Whether sourcing talent locally or in any geography that works for you, Robert Half can pinpoint hard-to-find candidates in finance and accounting, technology, marketing and creative, legal, and administrative and customer support. At Robert Half, we know talent.
From local town councils to Capitol Hill, agents who are realtors are standing up for what's right. We're here protecting property rights. Here advocating for the issues that affect our neighborhoods. Here championing fair and equitable housing for all. Because we are realtors, bound by a code of ethics, driven to serve our communities. We're here for it all. Here for you. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
Are you feeling pressure to choose an insurance plan that doesn't fit your family? You're not alone. This open enrollment, take back freedom over your healthcare decisions with Christian Healthcare Ministries. CHM is the faith-based alternative to insurance that aligns with the values that matter most. Choose a provider you trust with no network restrictions and affordable healthcare programs that work for you. Enroll today at chministries.org/solution. That's chministries.org/solution.
Did you know that even here in the U.S., 1 in 5 children are at risk of hunger? As a mother, it breaks my heart. That's why I support No Kid Hungry through school meal programs and community partnerships like with local food banks. They're making a real difference. Every $50 donation can help provide 500 meals for kids. Won't you please visit nokidhungry.org/chip in and give today? Your support can help ensure that more children get the meals they need and that fewer kids go to bed hungry.